most business owners, the answer is way too many. Multiple policies, multiple applications, and no clear view of how it all fits together. And when questions come up, it's not easy to get the clarity you need. Supershore changes that. One broker for all your business insurance, backed by the team that works for you year-round, not just for renewal. And if you've ever stared at a policy just wondering what it actually covers, Supershore has a fine print fax tool that translates the legal jargon into plain English so you can understand it. And now you know what's covered and what's not. Right now, you can go to supershore.com and get a full report on your current policies with no obligation. Find out if you're overinsured, underinsured, or somewhere in between. Go to supershore.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supershore.com. That's supershore.com.
Paid for by Supershore Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hey, it's Russ from the Monsters. If your floors are looking all nasty and dingy and your grout is looking bad, got to tell you, call the pros over at Zero Res. They'll clean your house like they clean my house. They clean my mom's house and also the offices here at Real Radio, and the results are incredible. Zero Res, their patented ZR water, makes it so nice, and they don't use soaps. They don't use sticky residue chemicals, anything like that. They deep clean and they do it right. This month, mention me and get 15% off tile and seal it. It's awesome at Zero Res, 407-232-9188, or book online at orlandozerores.com. Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Join Galen College of Nursing at our Orlando open house on April 30th at 5 p.m. to meet with advisors, faculty, and current students like me. From day one, Galen has felt like home. There's just so much guidance and so much help. Everything I need to succeed is here. Visit galencollege.edu/Orlando and RSVP to our next open house on April 30th at 5 p.m. We can't wait to see you there.
Start your engines. Welcome to Rockville. Returns to Daytona International Speedway May 7th through 10th with Foo Fighters. My Chemical Romance. Guns N' Roses. And Bring Me the Horizon. Plus, Alice Cooper, Turnstile, Five Finger Death Punch, The Offspring, Breaking Benjamin, A Day to Remember, Godsmack, Stained, and so many more. The world center of rock. Welcome to Rockville. Brings 4 days of non-stop action to Daytona Beach, May 7th through 10th. Welcome to Rockville. All 4 days, single day, and premium passes are on sale now at welcometoRockville.com.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd to the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Why is the Eustis roofing truck driving around Orlando? Are they lost or something?
We're not lost. We're on our way to repair your neighbor's roof. We may be called Eustis Roofing, but we help families in Orlando every single day. No out-of-town crews, no gimmicks, just roofing done right by locals who know the Florida weather. Visit EustisRoofing.com to schedule your free estimate. Head to this station's contest page for your chance to win a $25,000 gift card towards a new roof. It's the Dream Home Makeover with Eustis Roofing.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250, micro, to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. B-I-L-L-S. BILLS. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie starts now.
It is Monday, April 27th, 2026. Lots to get to today, from the Trump shooter shocker to Michael causes absolute chaos at the box office, and Sloth World calls it quits and cancels the opening. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. C-Lane is here.
How we doing?
So is Josh.
Good day.
And you're with us too. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Why? What's up?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be in recovery or if what's happening.
Recovery? What is this, NA? What's going on?
Well, Josh called me a name this morning, and I don't even know.
You poor thing.
I don't even know if it's an insult. I didn't even really know what it means.
Well, would he throw some Gen Z terminology at you that's over your head?
That's what I'm wondering, too. I'm like, does everybody know what this is? And now I'm
okay. All right.
old guy that just doesn't know the lingo.
Josh, call me whatever you called C-Lane this morning, and let's see if I
don't think you can handle it, cowpoke.
I can handle it. Bring it on. What do you got?
Cowpoke.
That's not Gen Z slang. That's Gen A slang. That's like cowboy times.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it means. What does a cowpoke mean? Somebody who rides a cow?
Cowboy.
It's an informal term for cowboy or cowgirl, which I would think cowboy and cowgirl are also not that formal.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I hadn't heard this before, but it doesn't sound like a real insult that would hurt my feelings.
Okay.
Maybe you guys would.
So I'm good.
Yeah, I think you're good. I mean,
I'm in the clear.
I guess you're good, cowpoke.
When I look at you, I will tell you the last word I think of is cowpoke. Yeah. When I look at you, I'm looking at you right now. See your shirt unbuttoned, a couple buttons extra today. You got a little bit of that chest popping out there.
Sexy.
In fact, I would go so far as to say I don't think you've ever been on a horse in your life, C-Lane.
I think I have, at least a pony.
Okay. This wasn't recently, hopefully, right? All right, just checking, just making sure. Let's put our ears to the ground. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world. I missed some of the things there. Hang on, let me reboot. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to an incredibly awkward moment on the Piers Morgan show. Just in case you missed this, did you guys take a look at what happened with this Piers Morgan appearance by the one and only Russell Brand?
No, I think I read a headline about it. I guess it gets to Bible talk a little bit or something.
Yeah. So Russell Brand. Okay, look up the name of his book because it sounds like a joke. It sounds like a prank if I say it. I think it's like How to Fall for Jesus in 48 Hours or something like that. Russell Brand's got a new book out, and Russell Brand, known for being a wild, partying Hollywood guy, and in all these famous comedies and stuff. He turned to religion as of late. I think he used to put off religion and like kind of run it down and stuff.
How to become a Christian in 7 days.
Okay, not that far off, right? How to become a Christian in 7 days. And so he's been going into his court case where he's on trial, I think, for rape. And He's been going into his court case with the Bible, and so they were talking about how Russell Brand is bringing his Bible around with him. Here you go.
Can I go back to asking you a question about your Bible?
Yes, if you want to.
Thank you. Was that the one you took into court?
You're the very one.
Okay. What was your thinking of taking it into court? And what you were seeing, looking at some passages, what were the relevant passages for you?
All right. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you. That didn't hurt, did it?
All right. Thank you for asking me.
These guys seem like they hate each other.
There's a lot of passive aggressiveness that is floating around in the studio. And he goes, what's your favorite passage in the Bible, basically? Russell Brand, you're new to the Christian world. You're so into this. You brought the Bible with you into the courtroom. Which one of these passages is your favorite? Flipping through the pages a bit.
It was this from Isaiah.
From Isaiah. Okay.
You're right. Bear did say, be chilled. Sometimes I lose the chill, man.
Still flipping pages. Can't find the passage. Still flipping.
That's nice.
At some point, you got to just give up, I think.
Or
right?
just start reading.
Read a rando. Yeah.
For God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten son. Just say that.
Yeah. All you have to do is just roll the dice and hope it's not one about having sex with animals or something, right? Just go for the gold.
But Josh just did something like very easy. And I don't know, Sean, if you could pull a Bible verse out of nowhere. Is there any Bible verse you think that you could even just start out of nowhere that's not John 3:16, which Josh just started?
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
Good enough.
Sure.
That's what I got. That's
the one that inspires me because it talks about the beginning, and you can't have an end without a beginning. Yes.
That's right. And this is the beginning of my court case. Right? Bad accent, but you get the point. So he's flipping for his favorite Bible verse. We're now like 30 seconds into searching for the verse.
They don't like that, do they, in the old gallery? But remember, you just said it's a hired spot. This is from Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Yeah. It's Isaiah, man. Come on. Flipping again.
He's got 3 pages. Hell, okay, never mind. He dropped them.
Still flipping. Also, when the silence is taking over, all you have to do is go, the problem here is choosing one of my favorites, actually, because the Bible is so full of banger passages.
Isn't that what Trump did?
Yeah, I think so.
He's like, well, they're all so good, and really it's a very personal relationship, me and the Bible.
It's just where you go, oh, God, I can't choose just one. There's so many. It's like asking me what my favorite song by my favorite artist is. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you the answer, right? Still flipping. Piers Morgan is doing the greatest thing in the world here by just sitting in absolute silence.
Absolutely.
Right? Don't do anything like, don't go, never mind. Oh, if you can't find it, maybe it's one of those ones that's earmarked. Just simply let it breathe, let it happen. Still searching.
It says here.
First of all right, did you not go to the Michael Scott School of Speaking About Things? Because Michael Scott tells you just start talking. And then eventually you try to figure out what your point is and what you're going to say at some point in time. So just start blabbing instead of sitting there in the studio, flipping the pages around. Now for more than a minute.
It's like I see Kevin and he's wearing a tweed suit. And I say, I have the need for tweed.
The I was looking at that day was not this. I can't actually.
Well,
I can't find the verse I had that day. This is good enough. This is from Isaiah 12.
He goes, at the end of all that, he goes, I can't find the verse that I was looking for, but this is good enough. This is from Isaiah 3. You should have just done that off the jump. And then if somebody said, well, like, all you have to do is start reading. And then if Piers Morgan pops in and goes, Russell Brand, what are you doing? How does this relate to you or your case or anything? You go, you didn't let me get far enough. I have to get to the part in question and just keep reading the Bible bit by bit to get where you're looking to go.
The dumbest part is it looks like he has a ton of things bookmarked in there, and he didn't turn to a single one of them.
Yeah, he's got all these little tiny bookmarks, and like when Courtney does this with her Epcot food and wine books, where you put like a little piece of a Post-it note on the page, and you go, this is an important one here. Nothing, and about 2 minutes of him searching for that over there.
I'll tell you, the
Piers Morgan
reviews on this book are not looking great.
No, not
good.
good.
Just if I'm reading the headlines, one of them says, "Accept all cookies." One of them says, "I read Russell Brand's unreadable new book for my sins."
All right,
and then this other one calls Russell Brand a spray-on Christian, and he still worships himself.
Spray-on Christian.
That's pretty good.
There he goes. All right. We've got a lot to talk about on the show today. We're going to obviously get into the big drama over the weekend with this shooting, this attack at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. All the varied reactions, because there were so many different reactions I saw of people who were there as some lunatics tries to bust in and shoot the place up.
I like Salad Guy.
Yeah, there are so many different reactions. Salad Guy going famous, Wine Lady going viral. There was so many individual reactions, and I have a lot of questions about that. So we are going to get into that momentarily. But really quickly, over at the box office this weekend, it was an absolute sweep for Michael, the Michael Jackson movie, showing you, I think, with pretty clear evidence here, that the internet is not real life, and people still like music, and they'll look past some of the things that artists do.
Well, they don't have to look past it when it's not in the movie.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, but they'll go, I don't care about whatever this online drama is. The movie made almost $100 million this weekend. Ooh. Michael, number one at the box office with $97 million, followed by Super Mario Galaxy movie, Project Hail Mary. Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Love when they put their own name in the title in the movie. Lee Cronin's The Mummy, and the drama in at number 5. But Michael with almost $100 million, bringing in tons of money just here in the U.S., and then so much more beyond. And it brings to me a couple of questions that I want to ask you. But number one, before we get into all the more edgy stuff today, I saw in the Wall Street Journal, they're talking about the $50 movie ticket has arrived. I kid you not. The $50 movie ticket. It's now the case when a movie is popular, in high demand, it's the opening screening of the movie, and you want to get the best seats. Tickets are now up to, at Regal Cinemas, $50 for a movie ticket.
Does that come with anything?
That comes with a seat to watch the movie.
Nah, dog.
And I ask you this simple question. Would you pay $50 to go see a movie? Because that's legitimately what they're charging for some of these new films. People have paid that for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which is number 2. People have paid that for the Michael movie, which we were just talking about. They have charged this for opening night seats in the best theaters to see things like Dune Part 3, all these other movies. It's just absolutely wild to me.
This is just a premium to see it first. Like opening night.
Opening night, best theater, best seats. This is what you are paying just for the movie tickets, $50 a seat. And to me, that is just unbelievable. Like, I will pay a bunch. I'll go to the fancy theater. I'll pay $20-something a ticket, which to me is already unhinged. But $50 to see a movie is crazy to me. I want to know if you paid anywhere close to this yet. If you would, if like you're like, Sean, look, I want to see this movie. I want to see it opening weekend. I want to have good seats. Ethan says, are we talking 4D? No, we're talking like the nice theater with the big screen and the good audio, and you're in the choice seats. But you're paying $50 to see that movie. Is that just out of control, or are you willing to pay it for the right film? Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. You can also email us, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I'll get to some of the stuff that happened in the theaters for Michael and another movie that aired this weekend that was causing some chaos as well. We'll get into the shooting at the White House Correspondents' event. We'll get into the response from secret shows, reactions from everybody, Oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about on a busy Monday. And huge news, everybody. The Sloth World controversy has come to a head. They have folded their cards. They are shutting down Sloth World. And we have all the juice on this, what's going on and what led to it with our friend Amy Coughel coming up at the top of the hour. All that and more coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Still looking at some heavy traffic today in the Orlando area, east and westbound on I-4, with heavy delays still reported by the major attractions exits. Traffic moving well north and southbound today for those who need to take Florida's Turnpike and the 429. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Pro-Life Across...
Hello, welcome to the show! Now premiering the top gifter scoreboard for the week and for the month. And, of course, for the year. We have arrived on a Monday. Welcome behind the scenes. How are we, everybody? Hello, TNJ chat. Skull mic is activated. Hey, Twitch. Hey, YouTube. Paid $0 for Mario. Watched it in the TNJ Discord. You gotta talk about that Discord at some point today. I have some thoughts. Discord. Here's the thing. When you talk about pirating movies, and you talk about watching the Mario Galaxy movie, I do not ever want to watch some like bootleg filmed inside a theater. People are walking in front of it. It's a camera filming a screen. I'd rather not watch it. Whatever it is. I'd rather not watch the movie than that. But $50. How many of you would pay $50 for the right movie in the right situation in the right theater, excluding the Sphere in Las Vegas? How many of you, yes, would pay $50 to go see a movie? Per ticket, mind you. Family of four, $200 for a family of four. Family of four, $200. I don't know if the kids would be cheaper tickets. You're a couple, $100 for you guys to go out and see a movie. Crazy. Yes, I would, depending on the movie theater experience. I sure would. Pay me $50, maybe. Lots of nods. I mean, $50 is just, woo! It's a lot of money to see a movie. $250 for my family? Right. It'd have to be a franchise I love. I mean, it would have to be a movie that I was like really hyped about, and there would have to be like a lot of demand for that ticket to spike me up to wanting to pay $50. That seems like a bit much. Not a chance in hell? It would have to be the News Junkie movie? Oh, I don't even know if I could charge 50 cents for that. That would be, yeah, I wouldn't be charging $50. I didn't even pay $4.99 to rent Police Academy last night. Well, what about the guy who makes all the noises? Isn't that worth something to you? Woo, woo. 2 minutes and we're back live on the show. 2 minutes and we're back live. I paid $60 to watch a celebrity roast. It was for the Secret Shows sub, but same difference. That's for a year of access, sir. Hundreds of shows. Okay? How much do you charge for the roast? I think $10? I think it was $10 for the roast to buy, or $5 to get $5 for the audio, $10. I don't remember. It was not $50. And I had to pay a lot of money to get that roast done, created. I had to put a ton of effort into it. Forrest had to put a ton of effort into it. But still, come on. $50. You're crazy. You're crazy. One minute and we're back. How many of you saw footage from the White House Correspondents' Dinner attack? How many of you seen video of this or saw some of the coverage? Yes or no? Have you seen the coverage so far of the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting? All right, we're coming back right now.
Saigon. The United States will not stand by and allow any power to take over another country.
One city, a divided country, and the war that tore America apart.
There's a fire coming to this country, and it's going to burn out everything.
Search Saigon on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture. This is
Room on a Monday. So much to get to. Our friend Amy Coughel at the top of the hour. We'll talk with her about the death of Sloth World. We'll talk about what happened there.
Johnny, we hardly knew you.
I know. We went after those folks last week, and we're trying to see what the true story was. And now it looks like they're closing up shop, but we'll get the details from Amy Coughel at the top of the hour. The Michael Jackson movie was big in the box office. We'll talk, of course, about the Secret Service reaction to all the stuff that happened, the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and the reactions to that. As I said, the thing I'm most interested in this is really not just like the obvious divisiveness coming to a head with the umpteenth time this has happened. This is like the I don't know, 15th guy who has tried to kill Trump and something. But the variety of reactions was what really grabbed my attention. So I do want to spend some time talking about that. However, first, people were absolutely, unbelievably terrible and gross at the Michael Jackson movie premiere this weekend.
How so?
And I want to stand up for the folks who work at the movie theaters who have to deal with these monsters. One of them took this photograph of what somebody did to the cup holder at their movie theater.
What the hell is that? Fries and cheese?
Cheese fries that they jammed in to the cup holder on the chair at their movie theater. And the ongoing thing on this subreddit is always, movie theater employees subreddit is always like, what movie brings in the absolute worst people? And this, to me, is what kind of animal would do this? Like, you bring in food, okay, fine, or you order food or whatever, and then you jam it into the cup holder on the chair, the leather chair that you're in at the movie theater. Which, in most cases, you have assigned seats now. So,
right.
I mean, can we trace this down to the person that was sitting around there and ban them for life? You disgusting, filthy animal.
Sean wants a movie TSA.
I do. Yes, I do. I want people to buy their tickets and then scan their cards and bloop. Oh, I'm sorry, jackass. Ain't happening. Not gonna go down. Vendosaurus said we had 20 showings and everybody was happy. Good for you. Some of these places not as lucky as you were.
Now,
where the showing spun out and there was Michael Jackson fans up in front of the screen dancing and moonwalking across the stage. And I'm like, yeah, you know what scene I want you to reenact? The only one I want to see you reenact while I'm in the theater with you is the one where his head catches on fire. I don't care about you doing the moonwalk in front of the stage when I'm watching the Michael Jackson movie. What is wrong with all of you people? Do you do this at home? Is this what you do at home when you watch a movie? Do you shove your food into the couch like this?
No. I mean, I think my child does sometimes, but is the implication here that the person who did this was eating their cheese fries out of a cup holder, or that's where they just put them when they were done just to be a dick?
I'm getting an act of anger and aggression out of this. That's what I'm getting.
Who are you angry at?
I'm getting an act of
they
this person
totally
goes,
left out the sex abuse allegations.
That's what I was here for. I was here for the abuse allegations. And they shoved all of their seasoned French fries and nacho cheese sauce into the armrest of this thing. They already, just so you guys know, have to go into the theaters with blowers, like to blow all your popcorn and your trash and all your stuff away. And this is on the tail of me, on the heels of me talking about how some theaters are charging $50 for a movie ticket, mind you.
I think the blowers is just a move in efficiency. I mean, like, what would you rather do? Sweep up popcorn or blow it off to the side so it can be easily collected at the end of the aisle?
It's way more fun like that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Next step is you get the wrong movie and you got to go in there with the flamethrower. You just hit the flamethrower up and just burn everything in the theater down to start over.
That's disgusting.
They're just animals. Yeah, I officially hate anybody coming to see Michael, the Post said. Why buy the food in the first place if you're just going to do that? I don't work at the theater, but I sympathize with you for having to deal with that nonsense. Thank you. It's not just this. People leave their trash and they throw popcorn on the floor for nothing. Worst thing I ever saw was a guy holding up his soda and it popped open while he was walking up the side steps. He spilled some on the floor. I would assume that nobody would be too upset about this, as accidents happen sometimes. Rather than refill his soda, the guy just dumped the rest of the soda on the floor and then refilled the whole thing afterwards. I wish we could kick people out like that. No refunds. You can't? Are you hamstrung by the company? They won't let you kick somebody out who's just causing mayhem? Screw these people.
It's a big movie. Big movie has control over everything.
I think that these people should be booted out. And as C-Lane said, absolutely, they should face expulsion from all further movies. What's this? Oh, this is somebody who's taken the whole roll of toilet paper and tossed it into the toilet after one of the
and it's the big one, too.
Yeah, the big, Laserdisc size roll of toilet paper into the toilet bowl.
I don't want to defend anyone here, but it's
you're going
possible that the toilet paper thing opened on its own and the roll fell in.
Oh,
just
isn't
based
that
on the
convenient? Yeah, it could be that. Or it could be the absolute monsters that attend these movies, Josh.
Sure, believe whatever you want to believe, Hal.
I'm trying to see what's happening here. I don't even know what this is. Is that a piece of the roof?
That looks like a roof tile. Yes, it is.
There's a roof tile in this toilet.
Well, Josh, sometimes Sean, sometimes the roof tile just falls down and it probably just slid into the toilet.
The building's falling apart.
Yeah,
clearly.
And also the French fries just fell straight into the cup holder.
That one I'll give you.
The sea of nacho cheese. A ceiling tile. A lot of people. It says Michael Jackson fans seem to be willing to overlook lots of bad behavior.
That should be a more rewarded comment.
They are awful. We had a viewing with less than 50 customers today, and the auditorium looked like there were 300. They suck so much. from what I've heard, a lot of these customers are treating it like a concert. This has to stop. I had many Mario theaters that are easier to clean up than these. Is that a Taco Bell nacho fries cheese dip with an effing Cinnabon bite in it? What the hell is wrong with that person?
Oh my gosh. If that person correctly identified everything that was in that picture in that cup holder based on that messy ass picture. I don't know if that's more of a statement on the person who did this or a statement on you.
Can we do this? Here's my solution. All right. I want to make a deal. I want to make a deal with you like I do sometimes on these cases where I try to bring everybody together. All of us, I think, want to be able to go see the movie at the theater on a big, beautiful screen with a nice sound system. And we want to get a good deal on it for our families. And we want to have a nice experience that people aren't able to ruin. If we were able to rate the moviegoers, all right, we get to rate the moviegoers. You can rate your fellow moviegoers as well. Like, this should be bedlam. Everybody can vote. You can vote on the seat next to you. They can vote on you. The employees can vote, and they have way more points to vote against you if you're doing bad or like leaving a mess or whatever.
You want this to be like an Uber situation?
Yes, I want it to be like an Uber situation. And if you have a bad movieber, if you have a bad Moober rating, then your ticket does your viewer. If your viewer rating, thank you, C-Lane. If your viewer rating is on a really low level, your ticket prices are expensive. It's $50, $100, $200 if you want to keep going back because they got to clean up your mess and they should get some extra cash. If you do a nice job and clean everything up around you and you don't cause any disturbances and you have a good viewer rating, then your tickets should be even cheaper because you are less of a drain on the system.
Right? I get my viewer comfort on if I want to recline.
Yes.
Viewer Plus. Viewer XL from a fat ass.
Yes. So like China's social credit, Sean? Yes. Thank you. Yes. Unironically, yes. China has this for people who are just living life. I want to only have this for the movie theater. You go to the movie theater, they give you a viewer score. If your viewer score is very high and you're respectful, and you clean up your area and you do a good job, then fantastic. If it's low, then either they charge you out the wazoo for your movie ticket or they don't let you there entirely. That's 1,000% what I want. Yes, if that's China, God bless China, all right? If that's China, God bless them for that particular move. Let me know what you think. But there was a lot of talk about that this weekend. Michael fans danced in the aisles. Critics be damned, says the New York Times. The biopic of the pop singer crushed box office records on its opening weekend as admirers moonwalked to a movie that critics have savaged. They don't care, though. They love them some Michael Jackson. And they rated it pretty highly. They enjoyed it. The critics hated it. They compared it to a bland and barely competent daytime TV movie, but that the fans were still there. They're putting the art away from the artists. They're putting them aside. And they're showing up and jamming their cheese fries into the armrests of the chairs at the movie theater. What a time to be alive. We want to hear from you today. Send us a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Fire off a dispatch to the show. It's pretty easy to do, or at least I would think so. And we also have to get into, obviously, the shooting that took place at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. It's the big story of the day. Strangely enough, this is going mega viral. 16 million views. This is the White House press secretary right before the White House Correspondents' Dinner that ended up with an assassination attempt happening. Right before that, this is the White House press secretary talking to Fox.
Ready to rumble, is he not?
He is ready to rumble. I will tell you, this speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight.
Oh man. That's so weird, man. That's so
phrasing.
Isn't that so weird? This is before the event. She's like, there will be some shots fired. And everybody's like, yeah, hell yeah, shots fired.
They're going to try and assassinate his character.
If she worked in a couple more, I might be more on the side of some of these conspiracy theorists that have popped out everywhere. I don't believe the conspiracy theories. I think you people are a little crazy or a lot crazy. It's just quite obvious that yet another lunatic ramped up by all the crazy political people wanted to go in there and try to kill people, try to kill the president, try to kill anybody around him that they could that was associated with the president, try to shoot the place up. And there's a million different twists and turns around it, but I mean, I did see a ton of those conspiracy theories popping up afterwards. I'm sure you guys did too. People were like, it's a false flag.
To justify the ballroom.
Yeah. Like, the ballroom's already paid for. The ballroom's happening, folks. The construction has begun, as far as I know. It's gonna be built. The ballroom is done. I don't know that they would go and get some guy to be a patsy to start shooting at people and fire a couple rounds into the vest of a Secret Service officer and his, and his compatriots there, just to get the ballroom done. But, to each their own.
One of the favorite tweets that I read was, as they were hauling the shooter off, he yelled, "I wouldn't have done this if there was a ballroom."
One of my favorite tweets on this, personally, let me see, can I find this? I don't know if I'll be able to bring this up fast enough. One of my favorite things on this was, somebody said, how unbelievably ironic is it that this happened during a mentalist's doing his presentation to the president and the first lady, saying that he could predict the future. The mentalist is up there and he's like, I can predict the future. I know something that's going to happen in the future. And he's got these cards out and he's doing this whole bit. And the one thing that he did not predict was the fact that a deranged lunatic, very political person would kick open the door and run past the metal detectors and try to shoot the place up. You did not see that one coming. Here they are. That's the shooting. Breaking of glasses. They're just now noticing. That was a while. I'll go back. There was a while from the first shots fired that you can hear ringing out to the moment where they started to realize, oh, something indeed is happening. There it is. Nobody's noticed yet on the dais. Now they notice.
The band's still going.
Yeah. And they're like, hit the deck. Music off, guns out. Stay down. All right, the big question I have for you today is this one. I am watching now as gunshots have rang out at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. They have quickly pulled away the president and the first lady and the vice president and all these people who are up on the stage. They've whisked them away somewhere else. And now we talk about the reactions, because there was a stunning amount of people who just kind of sat there. There was a guy who famously, C-Lane made mention of this, was continuing to eat his salad. Just sitting there. An old dude is just eating, is taking bites of his salad as the Secret Service runs around and there's shots fired and there's yet another assassination attempt underway. And this guy's going like, no, I'm already eating. I might as well have a bite. There was so many different reactions to this. And that's what I want to get into. And what would you do in these circumstances is a question I want to throw at you. So we'll give you the details to get us set up here at least and start the conversation. Then we'll get into the Sloth World updates with Amy Coughel at the top of the hour. We'll roll on from there. We have so much to work in on a Monday, so stick with us. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and...
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. A couple of changes. Look, you'll notice now the Hall of Fame, I filled this space below it with some chat from TNJ Chat. So it gives a little more space to the messages over there. Hello, everybody. Unbelievable, folks. The man is out of control.
Did you know a billboard can save a baby's life? It's true. You can make a difference
He's absolutely unhinged. He's still going. He will not stop the gifting.
Since 1984, Solar Source has helped Central Florida homeowners.
Sun State John
Now, during the Solar Source price
with this many.
2020 pricing, a deal you may never see again.
13 gifted subs to start off the week. He's absolutely out of his mind. Sun State John, take a breather. Let the other people gift some subs here. You've been so generous. Other people, hit that gift icon over on thenewsjunkie.com. The guy, yeah, but Froggy says, keeping the ship afloat. Thank God. By the way, quick note about the studio, if I might tell you. This weekend, on Saturday, courtesy of those of you who have been so generous, like Sun State John, gifting subs, I just purchased the new 4K PTZ that will be going over here. It's a black one. It'll be going over here so that when we're doing secret shows, there'll be 2 incredibly high quality 4K shots, or the main shots for secret shows, rising up the quality of that production even more. And it can be used for everything else in the studio that aims at. So thank you for your generosity. Keep them coming, because just so you know, those are very, very, very expensive. I need one more to replace this older PTZ here. And then we'll be 4K on the 3 main cameras in the studio. I don't need to upgrade that one. That one's fine. And some of the other cameras can stay where they are. But it'll be great. Go grab those subs, folks. Go grab them now. Hey, Bird Nerd. Hey, Timbo. Hey, everybody. 1 minute. We are back live on the show. All right.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib,
The voice star Dylan Carter has died at 24 after getting in a car accident in South Carolina. Dylan Carter from The Voice, dead. I don't know who he is, but maybe you do.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals. At $4, $6, and $8, pick one of the new Biggie Deals you're craving. For a pretty Biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real radio. 104.1.
Where breaking news meets broken people. This is the News Junkie.
Songs over and over and over. Come hang out with us here in the world's most viral newsroom. We'll talk about all the things everybody's talking about out there on planet Earth today. If you miss any of the show, get the podcast. Hey, podcasters. Hey, you listen to the podcast. Get that over on thenewsjunkie.com. In fact, if you go into TNJ Chat, the chat room available at chat.thenewsjunkie.com, it's great. Go in there, hang out, be part of the growing community on chat.thenewsjunkie.com. And if you go in there and hit !podcast, no spaces, just !podcast, you will have the most killer podcast player that pops up. You get points in chat for just listening to the show like you're going to do it anyhow. It works perfectly with your CarPlay. It remembers where you are. It's really cool. And you can sit there and you have the chat as you are listening to the podcast. ! Podcast is the way to do that in TNJ chat. All right, we were watching and listening to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. They're doing this event they do every year. It's, I think they call it Nerd Prom sometimes. It's like all of the dorks and journalists and everybody in Washington, D.C., they gather and then they do this thing where they it's like a roast kind of event. They have a master of ceremonies. It's a whole thing that they do every single year.
I thought this was something that was televised.
I think it was televised on C-SPAN, at least, I think. I don't know if anybody covers it live or... I don't know. I mean, cable news is not something that I watch these days. I find it to be just like partisan, very political nonsense. But they may have been broadcasting it for all I know. And it was at this venue. Strangely enough, the hotel where they had this, I think, is the same hotel where there was an attempted assassination on Reagan.
Yes. And John Hinckley Jr. has actually spoken out about this, weirdly enough. As if,
really?
In case you wanted to hear from John Hinckley Jr. about what he thinks.
Sure.
This is his moment to speak up. He's like, well, I know some things about this topic.
The man who shot then President Ronald Reagan in 1981 said the Washington Hilton Hotel should stop holding big events because it's not secure and bad things keep happening there. And he should know because it's the exact place that he shot Reagan and 3 other people in a failed assassination attempt.
Yeah. I mean, it would seem that I can tell you, I've been to a lot of hotels. I don't know that any of the hotels that I've been to have ever had one presidential assassination attempt. Even Ford Theater, I think, has just the one. I don't know that there are many that have 2 assassination attempts. And I don't know if you put that on the, the sign outside your hotel. I don't know if that's a thing that you want to necessarily brag about. But
they have a sign with a counter, in the back room that says it's been this many days since a presidential assassination attempt.
Some guy's like, oh, here we go. Here we go. I mean, I don't watch this event. I don't care about this event. I do care about the very political people just melting down in our country and constantly trying to kill each other and justify it through politics or whatever. But generally speaking, I was at just a glance of this latest shooting attempt on Trump. I was amazed by a few things. One was the reaction of the people inside this venue. All right. They're at the Washington Hilton Hotel, and there are lots of different people there, from television news people to like all sorts of different people. And as I said, there's the guy who famously, he's just sitting there calmly eating his salad. I think people thought it was mashed potatoes right off the rip. That's what they thought it was initially. And he just sat there and he's just, mowing down on his stuff. And he's eating away as there's shots being fired off inside this venue. Then you have, this was one of my favorites, Dana White of the UFC. All right. UFC owner Dana White was at the White House Correspondents Association. He was right up front there, close. He's one of the people who doesn't hit the deck. And the Secret Service comes out with all their guns blazing and stuff, and he's just watching. All right. You've got people screaming USA and God bless America, strangely enough. Dana White's just chilling. He's not ducking down. There's other people are moving out of there. He's smiling.
Where are we going?
So he kind of shuffles out there a little bit, but he's smiling. He gives an interview afterwards. I can't play the whole thing, but Dana White, the CEO of the UFC, says, it was effing awesome. I literally took in every minute of it. It was a pretty crazy, unique experience. And I thought, is this where we're at as Americans? You're like, oh, it's my first shooting. Oh, wow.
Well, the guy, they caught up with salad eating guy.
Yeah.
His name is Michael Glantz. He's a big-time agent at Creative Artists Agency, according to TMZ. He said he's glad folks are finding levity from his viral clip in such a horrific moment. Mm-hmm. But the place was crawling with law enforcement, so he felt very safe, and he wanted to watch everything unfolding in front of him. saying, not every day you see something like that go down.
This guy's just a bystander. I'm watching it now, Steelan. Here he is. He's just sitting there, takes his fork, takes a little bite of salad. He's like an old guy, so I think the guy's thinking, hey, you know, what do I got to lose here? I'm watching what's going down. I'm going to take it all in. Have a little bite-a-rooney of my salad here. It's a delicious salad that was served up to me. I may as well enjoy myself. He doesn't even duck. And one of the things that I saw was there's some people who said Trump didn't want to like duck or crawl or get on the ground like the Secret Service wanted him to. And neither did Dana from the UFC or a lot of these other people. They didn't want to get on the ground and crawl to safety because they thought it was embarrassing. They thought it would be embarrassing if they got down when shots are ringing out, that maybe the photographs afterwards would make them look like cowards if they were scurrying across the floor. I don't know if you guys have just been through more shootings than I have, but I would crawl on the ground. Okay? I would try to protect Courtney the best I could, assuming she's invited to this prestigious event. It's probably just me. Let's be real. You know, they probably just want the star power.
No plus ones.
No plus ones allowed. And, you know, she'd be thankful for it or responsible for it. I don't know. One of the two. She didn't get invited after all, you know. She may be the trigger man.
Jeez.
But I'm inside there. And Secret Service people with all these guns everywhere go, hit the deck. The idea that I would sit there and go, that would be quite embarrassing.
I'm sorry, sir. This isn't our money.
I'm sorry. I don't crawl during emergencies. I'm more of a stander. I will try to do a bunch of cool poses. I will chant USA. But I will definitely not hit the ground. That is just a bad look. And there were so many things. There was the woman who grabbed the bottle of wine off the top of the table and
saw that.
Took that out of there with her. And these people who just kind of viewed
I might take that with me to do the crawling.
if I'm under the table, I might as well just be pounding something.
Or like, you know, this is a pretty decent excuse to do stuff that, you know, you normally wouldn't get away with at an event or in an establishment like this. And if they're telling you to hit the deck, I mean, I think are allowed to flip a table over on its side and hide behind it.
I would, so you just get to go, allowed or not.
That would be cool.
Yeah, Insecure Walrus on TNJ chat says, I've already seen people making fun of Trump crawling out, which is dumb. They'd be on the floor in a minute. I do not understand this reaction from people. Of all the reactions, the reaction of like, oh, getting down is such abject cowardice in one of these moments. I'm going, the guy had like multiple guns, guys. He had multiple guns and he was running at a good clip and he went through the metal detector and tried to bust in and was hell-bent on killing a whole bunch of people there. And there are legitimately some of you who are like, oh, I'm not going to hit the deck. Hitting the deck is boring. What would you guys have been doing as the Titanic sank? Would you just been the whole time?
Well, you saw the movie. You saw the movie. There were some guys that were like, we will not be underdressed as we go down in this ship.
Can you imagine this? Like a school shootings happening at your school and you go, I am not locking the door, much less hitting the deck right now. Is this where we're at? That's such a weird move. Now, I almost get it from, if anybody, from Trump. If Trump says, like, I didn't want to crawl around on the floor, because people legitimately would take the photos and make fun of him. They absolutely would. He's right when he says that. But the rest of them, do you think somebody's going to take a picture of Dana White or whatever rando is at the White House Correspondents' Dinner when somebody tries to assassinate the president and be like, look at this weakling. What a pussy. He's on the ground. He's sitting there crying about things. Like, oh, my God, guys. I don't know. Maybe some of you don't want to stay alive as much as I do. You know, I'd rather stay alive personally. But I think some people seem to be opposed to that for whatever reason. So we'll see what you think about this. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. I just thought
there is such thing as a blaze of glory, and that does not happen on the floor. That happens upright.
You're going to make yourself into more of a target? Like, here I am.
I'm not. I'm not justifying this silliness.
Are you guys hitting the deck, or are you too cool to hit the deck?
No, I'm a deck hitter.
I'm too cool.
You are not, Josh. If the gunshots rang out around you, you would have hit the deck. You would cover your head. You hit the ground. Probably abandon your poor wife. She's
dare you, sir?
She's wondered where you are. You've hauled ass. Josh would try to support the gunman if he had to keep himself alive. Whatever it takes, okay?
Doing a great job, buddy.
Hey, buddy, I'm mad too. Whatever you got to do. Like making friends with the school shooter. It's so weird to me. It seems to me that hitting the deck is just a completely normal reaction when someone is shooting at you. I find that to be a very normal reaction still myself. But
I think it's a normal reaction if a car backfires.
I've done it. I've done it. We had the other day, Courtney and I are going for a walk. And as we're walking, a car cruises by us with a dog. I hate this dog. I love every dog on planet Earth except for this dog. As the car drives by, the dog, hanging its full head and neck out the window, barks as loud as it can right at the moment that it's passing us, like a drive-by barking. The dog unleashes a drive-by barking as we're on the side of the road. I'm somebody who's made a lot of people angry, so I never know when I'm being attacked or not attacked in public. And so I'm like, what's going on? Courtney hits the deck. We're hitting the deck for a drive-by dogging. I'm not even sure what I would do. I told you the story not even that long ago. I was out and about, and some guy who's turned out to be a big fan of the show stopped and ran up behind me and put his arm on my shoulder as I was walking. And I go, well, he's going to kill me. Here we are.
This is it.
Please, sir, don't kill me. Whatever it takes. I wouldn't worry about looking cool in a moment where my life was on the line. But maybe you would. Let me know what you think about this. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, we got updates for you, of course, on the Sloth World situation we were covering last week. Amy Coughel and the folks at Fox all over this. And it looks like they're closing up shop over there. And now we got to figure out what's going to happen to all the sloths, what went down that changed their minds. Was it the pressure? All of these different concerns that we now have about the Sloth World situation. All the updates and so much more coming from our friend Amy Coughel. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Heading through the city, traffic still bumper to bumper. All lanes are still blocked due to an overturned vehicle getting cleared up on I-4 westbound at Colonial. Traffic's being diverted off the interstate there. The on-ramp from Colonial still open, so travelers are using that to get back onto I-4. Or you could use the express lanes to avoid those delays.
Hello, welcome to the show. Uh-oh, is that stuck? Hang on.
Hear that? That's the
Stand by.
Another savvy driver rolling into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. No hassle with appointments or dealer wait time.
Stand by.
That's one smart bell.
Feeling here, guys, let's have a talk for a second. If ED is starting to show up, you already know that's not something that just fixes itself. You can brush it off, joke about it, but when it matters, it still shows up. And yeah, it messes with your head, messes with your
All right.
and it affects your relationship.
Amy Coughel coming up in just a moment. Sloth World is closing. Sloth World closing up shop. The pressure getting to them. They didn't even have a permit to do what they were doing. Oh, here we go. Amy Coughel incoming. How many Trump assassination attempts are we at? Well, we had 5? We had the guy who shot him in the ear, Thomas Crooks or whoever that guy was. All right, the close call where Trump got shot in the ear. We had the guy who tried to shoot Trump at the golf course. The guy who worked out in Hawaii for a while. We had the guy who just went to Mar-a-Lago with a gun and a gas can, I think. That would be 3. We had the guy at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I know I'm missing some. It's got to be like the 5th or 6th, right? There's a lot of them. All fake, seriously? NLKS, do you genuinely believe that? You genuinely believe these are all completely fake, orchestrated attacks? The people behind them are not real. It's all, none of these are real at all staged. That's what you believe genuinely. You genuinely believe every one of these circumstances is a staged and orchestrated event, as opposed to, in my view, the obvious outcome of the radicalization that we see in politics in the United States of America. It's just so obvious to me. Like, the input is going to tell you what the output is going to be. So it's just very obvious. But you think it's totally made up, totally staged. Yes, because Trump would do it for publicity. Not what I asked you. Not because, like, oh, Trump could do it for this reason or that reason. Just, you legitimately believe none of these people were actually trying to kill the president. They're all staged hoaxes. That's what you believe. I want people to tell me if you believe that. Okay? In chat, yes or no, do you agree with this statement? Either this attempted assassination of Trump or previous attempted assassination attempts of Trump were staged hoaxes, completely fake staged hoaxes. Yes or no? Yes or no? 90 seconds. I genuinely believe this time was completely fake and staged. I don't know about all of them. That is crazy. TNJAI can't even give you all the assassination attempts. No. Dan says yes. He believes some of these are staged. I mean, that's crazy, Dan. I don't even know at the end of the day if you believe that. Like, you believe these people it's a staged event? Like, do you not think that people hate Trump enough to kill him? Of course they do. I mean, it's obvious. It's like throwing coal into the furnace and then being surprised when it heats up. Everybody's shoveling the coal into the furnace. It's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Of course there are people who want to kill people like Trump. Of course there are. Now he's blaming it on Project 2025? Come on. Come on. All right, here we go.
Local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, family. 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 Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
To our friend and an absolute Oiler, the king of the gifters, Sun State John, for 13 gifted subs to kick off the week. Grab those Secret Shows subscriptions. 13 of them. 13 Secret Shows subscriptions from Sun State John, kicking off the week here. Claim those or gift your own over at thenewsjunkie.com. It's Monday, and it's our favorite time of the week. Let's welcome Amy Coughel from Fox 35.
Hi, guys. Good to see you.
Hey, so good to see
I have
you,
a little
Amy.
story about the secret shows.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So last week when I was in with Jim and Jack on the Jim Colbert Show, Jack had asked about, like, if I'd ever done the secret shows or, like, listened to or, what did I know about the secret shows? And I was like, no. I said, I've never done one. And then Jack was like, oh, you can't. You can't.
Yeah. Did he ask you this on the air? Was he off the air trying to get?
This guy.
Come on.
Yeah. And so there, he was like, no, you can't do those. And then I was like, but that, you know how that is. It's like putting candy in front of a baby. So maybe.
Well, let me tell you what this candy is. let me tell you about this candy first, Amy Coughel, because the candy is secret shows. We're usually drinking. We're having some shots. We're not on the radio, so we can say whatever we want. It's completely uncensored. So as you would imagine, like, it veers into some words from time to time.
Oh.
That
you can spell the bad words and say them.
Yes. Yeah. In that forum, you absolutely can. Yeah, it's a good time. Look, hey, I will put this out there. We would love to have you on secret shows.
We'll behave a little bit.
I don't know. I think I'd have to get corporate approval. It seems like a long process.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you.
This is not us not appreciating you enough to give you the invite for secret shows. This is us respecting you so much that we didn't want to even breach the subject there. But we have absolutely crazy weekend full of all sorts of news out there. And we've been talking about the White House correspondence shooting. I can't even count. I was trying during the break to go through all of the assassination attempts in the last handful of years here. And it's hard to remember all of those. But there's something that really caught my mind that you've been all over. That I don't know if people predicted that this was going to be the outcome, but we got to talk about Sloth World here.
Oh my gosh!
Because it looks like the pressure has got to them. Is this it? They're not opening at all at Sloth World? They're canceling?
Yeah, they're done. They the owner said that they will file for bankruptcy. That he said that the rumors have just gotten too bad, and that for them it's not worth it. And so the 13 remaining sloths, and kudos to our reporter Hannah McKenzie for breaking this story wide open. There have been rumblings about some of the things that we learned that have been, kind of an undercurrent of stories that we've heard over the last couple of months. But Hannah McKenzie got a really good tip, and she cracked the story wide open. So kudos to her, because if not for her story, I don't know where we'd be at with this situation. So right now we have 13 of the sloths. One of them that is still critical but stable condition, and that one's named Bandit. Hi, Bandit, if you're listening right now. And Bandit is at the Central Florida Zoo in Sanford, and they're taking really good care of them. I know you guys have seen the pictures. They're super cute.
They are.
Of the social media. Very expensive care, you guys. We're talking about, 24/7 veterinarian care, feeding, shots, all of monitoring, all the things they need to do to keep these sloths alive. We had the CEO on this morning. He said he thinks they will hopefully be able to keep 2 of them.
All right.
And then the other ones would be sent to other zoos where they would be used in potentially breeding programs.
Yeah, the CEO of the zoo or the CEO of Sloth World?
The CEO of the zoo, of the Central Florida Zoo.
I was like, that guy's showing his face on camera. That's pretty surprising.
That guy got hammered in
not
this.
Not that guy. So the CEO of the zoo.
Just to be clear here, Amy, I want to, throughout this whole thing, like everything else, I'm trying to represent what everybody claims is going on so people don't just get steamrolled. I believe, and you know much more about this, correct me if I'm screwing this up, I think that the management of Sloth World is maintaining through all of this that the sloths that died in the cold snap didn't actually die because of the heaters malfunctioning or anything like that. I think they are still blaming some mystery illness that just so happens to have not showed up on any tests, right? Is that still their claim?
Yeah, no, that's accurate. So they claimed that the sloths, and 31 of them died of a virus. So all of you guys remember how we had several cold snaps, right? But this is going back to December. So FWC did investigate, and what FWC found was that the sloths were brought here. They were put into a warehouse, but the warehouse did not have electricity or running water.
Mhm.
And so sloths have to be kept at 80 degrees. And so the owner said that what they did was they basically got extension cords, and they got electricity from somewhere else, and they used these extension cords to provide heat for the sloths overnight. And sometime in the middle of the night, apparently the you know how it happens if you have extension cords and you're trying to rig something. Sometimes like a breaker blew,
And space heaters in particular will do that.
right. So the breaker blew. The heat went off, and we don't know exactly, but obviously they were in conditions that were unsuitable for sloths, and they have to be in heat and humidity, and most of them did not survive.
Okay.
So, but that's what FWC is saying in their report,
right?
Which the owner, as you said, Sean, is saying no, it wasn't that, it was this virus.
Yeah, and the virus that's not showing up on any tests.
Right.
It's like they had a mystery virus that won't show up on any tests, but that's really the thing that killed them. I don't put much stock in that, but that's at least the claim that's coming from the folks who were behind this whole Sloth World thing. Correct. And now that's that, and they're going to, I guess, try to house these places. You're saying they're putting them in some breeding programs and stuff?
Eventually. Right now, they just have to get them healthy. So that right now, the plan is just to get them healthy. The CEO this morning of Central Florida Zoo said 12 of them are doing great. One is a little bit more in a precarious situation. And Sean, I'm just going back to read the statement from the owner of Sloth World, since we're talking about it. This is part of a lengthier statement, but what his comment was, there's so much false and inaccurate information out there right now. The truth is, we lost sloths that had a virus of which showed barely any symptoms and was undetectable even after necropsy, which you guys know is like an autopsy, but on an animal.
Correct.
So even in the necropsy, they were not able to detect that there was a virus.
So how do you know there's a virus if you can't detect the virus, bro?
Awfully convenient.
Yeah, it does sound a bit convenient. I have an idea that I just want to toss out there. Take this with a grain of salt, but one thing that I think all of us, Amy Kay, appreciate about you is you seem to be, through all the tough things that get thrown at you and anybody else in life, a great parent. And you raise some kids that are going on to be successful. I love to see the photographs of these kids now grown up. They were so little when you first started coming on the show, and now they're out into life and experiencing things, and they've left the nest, as they say. That does leave a little bit of open room, one would think. And when I'm thinking about this from the perspective of a programmer, if you adopted one of these sloths,
oh yeah,
and then
great idea.
Every day on Fox 35, you've got like Amy Kay and the sloth, like they used to have the chimp on the Today Show, but you're doing the news and there's a sloth on your shoulder during the production. If
Sean, it's way too cold in here.
Yeah, I was going to say, Sean, you forget they don't have a heater. They don't have a heater for the folks at Fox 35.
We can get some heaters. We can boost up some heaters. The ratings would double. All right. You add a sloth to the show as a part of this whole thing.
And Sean, you have to remember, I still have a 14-year-old. Actually, he's 15 now. A 15-year-old sloth at home.
Yeah.
Who I am trying to raise to be a productive citizen. So 2 of the sloths have left, and they're in college. But I still have one left.
They seem successful, though. They seem like they're doing well. And you got
he's only a freshman in high school. There's still a lot of growing to do. A lot of growing.
All right. Well, we'll find other places for those.
Oh, does that mean we're coming up on final driving lessons, Amy?
Yes. Okay. So here's, you guys, this is the mistake I made, and let this be a lesson to every parent out there who I thought this was a good idea.
I'm
and
listening.
It clearly wasn't. Is that I took him to get his permit on his birthday, which seems like a good idea, right? Like, this is the day you can officially get your permit, just like you should, you could officially get your license on your birthday, right? However, if they don't pass, then birthday turns out to be a bust.
Yeah, that happened to me.
Terrible birthday to fail the permit or the driver's test on your birthday.
Yeah, it's not great.
Don't be like me. Don't do it on their actual birthday. Maybe wait a day or two. So we took Colton to do his permit test on the day of his birthday, and I forget what the number was. There was 50 questions, and you had to get 40 correct or something. Correct me, I don't know if this is accurate, But anyway, it literally came down to one question that he wasn't 100% sure. And if he got the question right, he passed. And if he didn't, he failed. And he just guessed, and thank goodness he got it right.
Oh, look at that. That's what we want on our roads out there. We want those guessers who just barely passed. Yeah, the thing is, people will hear that and go, well, he guessed and he just barely passed. If you took every single driver on the streets right now, I think 80% of them will fail that test. I think you still would end up failing that test. It's tougher than people think. But he's driving. He's on the roads.
He is, but only under adult supervision. So he doesn't actually get his real license until later this year. So,
man, I'm just excited that he actually wants to drive still, because I thought that was over. I thought, it
is weird that some kids don't care, right?
Yeah. Now what they do in my neighborhood is they drive around on all the electric scooters that are all over the place, and they drive dead in the center of the sidewalk and do not move out of the way for you. They just, 40 miles an hour, however fast those things go.
Oh, like 25, I think.
Okay, they're cooking, C-Lane. They are cooking on those things down the sidewalk. And
they're popping wheelies.
Yeah.
They're doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Sometimes.
The mad world.
What else grabbed your attention out there this weekend, Amy?
Well, speaking of driving, this is a story that's actually getting national attention. The FBI is now investigating. This is a trucker who had left Georgia, was on his way to Miami. He stopped at a rest area on I-95 in Brevard County. And they believe that somewhere in the middle of the night on April 17th, that he was hijacked at this rest area. His load was vehicles. He was carrying cars on the back of his semi-truck. They want help now. FBI specifically asking for help locating this driver who is now missing. His name is Alejandro Gonzalez. Last seen at that rest area, I-95 South in Grant, Valkyria. He disappeared while transporting these vehicles, and they have no idea what happened to him. Sometime between 1 a.m. and 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And so this morning we were showing cameras. There are cameras, as you guys can imagine, from FDOT, right, that point to this rest area. And so they're going through some of that footage, trying to see if, was he kidnapped? Did somebody jump in his cab while he was sleeping? A lot of these truckers
I might have missed this.
They sleep at the rest areas.
Amy, is his vehicle and the cars and all that stuff missing too, or is just himself? He's missing.
So the vehicles have now been found. They're not saying where. The vehicles on the hauler have been found, but he is missing.
Interesting.
They cannot find him.
Yeah.
So what happened? Did somebody get spooked? Did they do something to him and toss him somewhere? I mean, it's horrific to think of this poor family. Imagine, how scared they are. It says he had a full sleeve tattoo on his left arm. He has a tattoo on his lower right arm, 5'11", about 200 pounds. So they found the vehicles. They can't find him.
Wow, that is strange. And it seems like, in a way, I don't know if this is related, but some of these old school crimes are kind of making some sort of strange comeback in 2026. Like, who does that? Who does a heist where you attempt to steal maybe a truck driver's truck that's loaded up with all of these cars and try to pull that off in 2026? Who does a kidnapping for ransom, a la Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy Guthrie? And some of these things seem to be kind of popping back up again. That's a very strange story. So we'll definitely keep our eyes on that for sure. Anything else grabbing your attention out there?
Oh, you guys probably saw it, but there's a couple of kids up in Ocala, Marion County, for your listeners who are out of state, who are in big trouble for basically videotaping themselves doing stupid stuff. And Ocala police says they're now in big trouble. They basically, one of them apparently took a lawnmower from a Target store and then drove it around in the store. And then another one got a leaf blower and brought it inside the Culvers and was blowing stuff around inside the Culvers. I mean, you guys, it's terrible. It's like we're in this chapter of life where everybody wants to be viral. It's like, remember the guy we were talking about last week? With the crazy name, who got in trouble for shooting the gator, and then he got in trouble for setting up the
yeah.
What is it?
Clavicular, yeah.
Clavicular, thank you. So I just feel like these kids are they're setting their sights too low. It's like, I'm just going to be viral famous and do dumb stuff. And
I think I have the clip here. Hang on. This is supposed to be these kids. They're driving lawnmowers into a Target, which I will remain absolutely consistent on this. I was the same way about these losers who rode the horse into the target. I feel the same way about the guys driving the lawnmowers into the target. These people don't get paid to deal with your nonsense. We need to arrest more people who are doing these kind of things. I'm glad that these two got arrested. Let's discourage people from doing this in such a way that they go, well, that might go viral, but it's not worth it. Here they are, driving right in the automatic doors, crash into the automatic door of the target. Would have been great if he didn't fit through there, but no. All right, stuck again. Oh, got it.
You hear the girls giggling in the background.
They're laughing and filming. Get them all. Get everybody who is responsible. Cruising through the aisles of the Target on a lawnmower. All of this, I don't know. There they go. Cruising out the other side. All of this is, I don't want to put it on a whole generation because it's not on a whole generation, Amy. I don't. But there are some people who have this absolute main character syndrome who do not care about anybody else on planet Earth, who want to engage in stunts like this. And I think the only way to stop stuff like this from happening is to make it so there's a significant punishment for doing this kind of stuff. Do we know what they're going to be facing for punishment?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the charge were specifically and see if I can find it here. I mean, it's like the guy who actually, here we go. It says, according to officials, the kid that was on the lawnmower will face charges including criminal mischief and disorderly conduct.
Get him.
And then the guy who was filming it is charged as a principal with disorderly conduct.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't know. I mean, my guess is they're probably not going to get in a whole lot of trouble for that. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
I don't know. I wonder
if at least charge them. In my mind, you charge them, you put them through the system. If they go, you're first-time offenders and we're not going to give you that much of a sentence, you have to start doing this because now people go, nothing's going to happen. I'll just do it. I'll go viral and nothing else happens.
I mean, also not for nothing. I know Target is sort of a bigger room, but that sounded like a gas engine that he was operating indoors, which is super dangerous just to be around in general. Maybe they can make the charges worse for that.
Right. It's like putting a generator, too close to the house in a storm. I mean, it's the same kind of.
I like Sean's point of view on this. It's refreshing because one time I complained about something on Facebook and I got made fun of, and everybody called me old. There was some family in my Publix letting their kid ride his bike up and down the aisles of Publix, ride his bicycle. This was during COVID. In the Publix. This was during COVID when everything was crazy.
You're right about this.
And the kids riding the bicycle around, and I posted something about it on Facebook. I wanted to get a picture, but and the comments were like, C-Lane, you're boring and old now. Old C-Lane would have challenged the kid to a race.
Yeah, I love these people that just want to degrade every experience possible in the name of they're just having fun. And you're like, okay, all right, come on. Get out of here.
These kids weren't even on TikTok.
Let me extend a welcome whenever you would want to. You are welcome to come into Secret Shows, Amy Coughel.
Like I said, corporate red tape. I'll get back to you in 6 months.
I mean, I understand the hesitance, but just when you name the time and place, we'll bring it to you, all right? We'll make that happen.
I have to have a talk with Bradshaw about this. What is he doing?
Hey, by the way, I just want to...
by the way, Jack offered me grapes while I was there.
Did he?
Which is really nice.
Yeah. So
fresh off the vine.
Did he offer money or just grapes?
Just grapes. That's what I got.
I hear it's usually a Visa gift card.
That was more than what I get on the News Junkie, and so it was. I felt good about the payment. I ate 2 of them, and they were delicious.
All right. Well, she's the best of the best. We absolutely love her, and she's our friend and yours, Amy Coughel from Fox 35. And give me just a moment here, folks. I know we're running behind Sealand, and I apologize for that. Gosh. But I do want to say, excellent job on the Sloth World coverage over there at Fox 35.
Thank you.
Great job on that.
Hats off to Hannah McKenzie.
Yeah, people love animals.
She was awesome.
People love animals. They want to make sure animals are being treated well. People felt in this situation like animals were not being treated well, and they needed somebody to step up. And there was some people who started to step up. And at the center of that, I think Fox 35 really did a great job. So congrats on that.
Thanks so much. Thanks, you guys.
All right. We're going to be back in just a moment. Make sure you're following Amy K on every social platform. Amy Coughel is who you're searching for. Good Day Orlando. That's how you start your day right there if you're here locally. And everybody else, fox35orlando.com. I don't care where you are. It is fantastic and it's a great way to get your day started. We'll see you next week, Amy.
Love you guys.
With grapes. We'll have grapes next time. All right, quick break. Back in just a moment. When we return, we're going to get into some of your feedback. We have some of the manifesto left behind by the person who shot up the White House Correspondents' Dinner. We'll see what that person said. We got more reactions to that. We got these Scientology run-ins. Man, we're loaded up, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Claus.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome behind the scenes. How are you? She's the best. Can't wait to see her at Moe's bowling event. True. Oh, hang on. Hold on. Stand by.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Rasmussen University's mix of online and on-campus options means you can earn a degree from home or connect with others in person across 5 states. Wherever you are, your education moves with you. Learn more at rasmussen.edu. That's rasmussen.edu.
Okay. Just checking. Hello?
Hello?
What'd you do?
I went to Publix.
Oh wow, that's unbelievable. I can't even believe that you went to Publix?
Come here, right here.
Why?
Right here.
Right here?
Put your hands out.
No.
Yeah. Oh, but like put them out so you can hold something. Both of them.
Both of them?
You know, it was buy one get one.
Okay, why do you do this?
They were buy one get one.
Guys, is it weird that Courtney goes to Publix and buys? Okay. Well, weigh in. I'm saying
you eat them every day.
I love them, but can you get the pre-sliced ones or something? This is so fucking sexual. This is so. It's as if you try to find the fucking longest cucumbers, and you have 4 of them.
They were BOGO.
Can you get them cut in half or something?
No.
Jesus Christ. Can you throw this away? The end of that one keeps coming off. Jesus Christ. It's like she finds them in the fucking mega dong looking vegetable alley. It's just crazy. Makes him feel a little inadequate. I think it would make anybody on planet Earth feel inadequate. It's like she's got 5 swords walking around with those things. What am I supposed to do about that? And I know whatever little 18-year-old checkout guy is checking Courtney out as he's going through, he's like, what do we got here? Oh, God. That's funny. All right, we're coming back in just a moment. It was BOGO? Yeah, I guess so. Every day, as many of you know, after the show ends, I have my first meal of the day. I don't eat anything until about 3:30. And I have sticky rice, microwavable sticky rice, glorious, excellent. I have chunks of chicken that they have cut up, like grilled chicken. I put the grilled chicken on top of the sticky rice, and I put sriracha and pepper on it. And I love it. I have a little 100-calorie pretzel on the side. I have the same thing every day. Every single day for years. Every single day. Same exact lunch on a weekday. Love it, love it, love it. But as of late, I want a little extra, so I have the sliced cucumbers on the side. I like them better when they're sliced. You know what I mean? Stinky rice. No, sticky rice. I got the microwavable ones from Costco, the sticky rice from Costco. So good. So good. 90 seconds and we're back live. I knew you were going to screenshot that. I see the peak over there on TNJ chat. More like buy one, insert one. You do look like you lost some weight. Looking good, Sean. Well, first of all, thank you for the kind words in a sea of trolling. Second of all, I don't know. I have been a little scared of the scale, so I have not looked in about a week. All right, we're coming back right now. A big Monday show rolls on. A lot on the way this week for you, honest to God. Okay, question. The White House correspondence shooting. Secret Service failure, yes or no? Is the White House correspondence shooting a Secret Service failure, yes or no? We're coming back.
Actions.
Damn.
The wins. Okay. The losses. This isn't yesterday. This is happening right now.
Accurate news and fun shows.
And you're in the middle of it. Hit the talkback mic and jump into the conversation.
I've been leaving talkbacks every day.
iHeartRadio, where it's always happening live.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, family. 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 Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Home of the world famous game of magnets. This is the new.
Certain by this weekend's events, and this will be one of those things you can file under. Let's see, file this under segments that could get Sean in trouble. All right. This is put it right at the put it in the top of the file if you don't mind, Josh.
Good. Is this where we talk about the thing?
I think so, C-Lane. I think we need to talk about the thing at least, because this weekend I'm out and about and I see a couple of breaking news tidbits, and some of them say that Sirius XM is in early talks to acquire iHeartMedia. And I go, wait, hold on. First of all, Sirius XM is going to acquire iHeartMedia. Why aren't we acquiring them? Huh? Why are they acquiring us? Why aren't we acquiring Sirius XM Radio? A deal which was described by two people familiar with the discussions would unite two major providers of traditional and satellite radio. And I don't know if this is going to happen or if this is a thing, but it was the talk of the town. The New York Times had an article about this. I'm looking at it right now. There was radio industry articles everywhere. It says rumor mill ablaze with talk of possible iHeart Sirius XM merger. Yes, indeed. Multiple reports broke out late Friday that say the media mogul Irving Azoff is exploring the possibility of acquiring both iHeartMedia and Sirius XM, with the goal of merging the two into a single audio powerhouse. What say you? What's going on? Let me bring this story up in front of me here. This can't be true.
So is it's a guy that's outside of both companies trying to buy both of them and mush them together?
It kind of sounds like that. Give me some research, Sealand, on this Irving Azoff character. Is he going to be our boss here? Not for me. I only have so many days before I'm checking out.
He is an American record executive and talent manager. The chairman of Full Stop Management, a company that represents recording artists.
What has he said about me? Anything about me?
He says Sean Wasson, kind of a douchebag. That's what he said.
All right.
Yeah,
it's fair.
It's
fair.
right there
it's
on
fair.
the Wikipedia page.
It's fair.
Since September 2013, he has been chairman and CEO of Azov MSG Entertainment, a venture with the Madison Square Garden Company.
Oh, interesting. All right.
That means
Okay.
I think that does that mean he owns the Sphere too?
Yeah,
Maybe?
I think he's got some money stacked up.
Prior to which he was chairman and CEO of Ticketmaster and executive chairman of Live Nation.
Oh, great.
Yay.
That's where we're headed. I thought we were running away from that. No, hold on. The guy, but the excellent brand behind Ticketmaster and Live Nation, two of the country's most respected institutions, has arrived to save two other institutions, iHeartMedia and SiriusXM. Multiple reports broke out late Friday that say media mogul Irving Azoff is exploring the possibility of acquiring both iHeartMedia and SiriusXM with the goal of merging the two into a single audio powerhouse. The news comes from anonymous sources cited by both Bloomberg and The Wrap. An iHeartMedia spokesperson said, "We don't comment on rumors or speculation. The clearest strategic logic for a deal runs through podcasting because iHeart is very big in podcasting. Just so you know, you're listening to the sounds of the top iHeartRadio podcast many years running. And not only the Florida area, but also I think the southeastern United States. Soon to be everywhere, right? You're on early. You're on early with us here. Combined, the two companies would represent one of the largest concentrations of premium audio content in the world. However, the financial on both sides are complicated. I will tell you, friends, if you heard me talk about this company, and I know I get crap for talking trash about iHeartRadio from time to time. The suits will point that out. And that's true. You know, I am not going to just carry water for a corporation. I think that's lame. I think there's so many people raging with the machine from inside corporations these days, and I don't want to be just another one of those. But I did tell you, and many of you will know this. Let me see if I can stretch this out here. I did tell you when iHeartRadio was down to, I think less than $1. I believe it was down to less than $1. I told you, I was like, this company with just its equipment and just the signals and just the things we own, if you sold it, it would be worth more per share than that. It was indeed about a year ago down to under $1. It was just at $1 on the low 1 year ago today, basically. Actually, 1 year ago today. And I said, you guys are crazy if you don't get in on this. I said, I think this thing can go to $2, maybe $3 or something. I think iHeartRadio's stock, or iHeartMedia's stock in this case, has some upside, folks. Even me, the Grinch of iHeartRadio, even me, I'm like, let's go. Let's do this thing. Let's ride this. iHeartMedia, when I told you about this, was under $1. It's $5.49. Are you rich yet? Are you rich? No. And if you are, where are my thank you emails? It's all I require. I brought you from 99 cents or something to $5.49. And I've been along for the ride. I've been stacking it. Again, I think there's some pretty solid things about this company. I know that we're better than SiriusXM. And if there's any kind of merger, I will never call the new company SiriusXM. I will forever call it iHeart. Or maybe even Clear Channel if I want to be really old school. All right? I will be J-Core, maybe. I'll call it J-Core because I'm that much of a company man.
AM/FM broadcasting.
I will be shocked if this happens. I will tell you that the company sent out an email to employees about this earlier today, and they were like, hey, you might have seen the story. Rumors that iHeartMedia is going to merge with SiriusXM, and this guy from Ticketmaster is going to gobble the whole thing up. And I think the email is best, the email from iHeart Management on this is best summed up as, we're not going to deny this, but we're going to say that this is rumors and speculation, and we don't weigh in on rumors and speculation. Even though the email is kind of weighing in on rumors and speculation, as I've seen people point out. I've seen some people point that out. But I don't know what's going to happen here. That would be wild. How many days do I have? How many days until June 30th? 63 days, I think, 63 days-ish, right around there. It depends on how you count it, but right around 63 days I have in my contract right now. 63 days, 11 hours, and 21 minutes. And I don't even know if the company is going to be the company or if they're going to get bought off by this Azoff guy. I don't know who he is or what's going on. I believe in iHeartMedia on some level. I don't believe in all the suits. I think most suits at companies are full of dopey people who make dopey decisions. And I don't know what's happening with this, but we got to at least tell you before they surprise you with all of this and the show's gone and we're not even called iHeartMedia anymore. Maybe there's some more top end in that stock, though. $5.47, baby. Not too shabby. I hope you made some money on that.
Did you hodl there?
I got it. Yeah. I've been stacking and holding on to my iHeart stock and adding more to the profile. It seems like maybe it's got more upside here. That's why the company doesn't know what to do with me. They're like, God, he's doing a GameStop on the iHeart stock, which is good for us. But then he's also constantly ripping the suits apart. Where do we go on this?
He's going full iHeart stonk.
I am. Yeah, I might as well. I did see this weekend. Sealand also sent this across in our group text. But this is true. The Orioles, the baseball team, hit so many home runs off the Red Sox this weekend that they had to show this on their big Jumbotron screen.
I wonder if they last minute typed this or did they have this at the ready just in case. I always want to know I want to know what contingency plans have been in place for a long time and which ones were just a really quick let's hop on what's that service that you use to do graphics?
Canva?
Let's hop on Canva, make a quick little we ran out of pyro thing, and put it on the Jumbotron.
The Sealand saw this. The sign they put up at the stadium while the Orioles were playing who did I say? They were playing the Red Sox. It says, no more home run pyro. Due to too many Orioles home runs, we have unfortunately run out of fireworks for the night.
What an absolute flex. What an absolute D-wave to just throw it in the face of the Boston Red Sox at that moment and be like, guys, guess what? Sorry to the big fans for this exciting game. We really apologize that there's no more fireworks at the building right now because we've scored so many home runs.
As a result of us kicking so much ass, we have run out of ass-kicking celebration juice, is basically what they're saying here. It's so great. Due to too many Orioles home runs, we have unfortunately run out of fireworks for the night. Just imagine that there's more fireworks going off is kind of what they're saying. All right, let us know what you think about all of this. We have so much more to get into. I want to talk about the White House Correspondents' Dinner in a different frame at some point on whether or not people think it was a Secret Service failure, because I've seen that floating around out there quite a bit. When we come back, we got to hit on the continued pushback against Scientology that's been very interesting to watch. I'll give you the latest on that, and your first feedback of the show is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Have you guys ever heard of tonsil stones? Also called tonsillitis. Jack, I'm getting this right.
Are you?
I am. Tonsillitis.
Can we talk about something? I want to talk about something. How many of you, let's be honest, TNJ chat, YouTube, and Twitch, how many of you have watched some of the NFL draft? Yes or no? Have you watched any of the NFL draft? I don't get it, man. It's a crowd of tens of thousands of people staring at a stage with nothing happening. There's nothing happening. I don't get it. It's so popular for sports people. It's like a sports music festival. These people have gathered at these different sites where there's huge screens and stuff, and it looks like Coachella is going on, but it's for the NFL draft. And they're watching the NFL draft go down. And the one thing I saw was, hang on, let me see. Where is this guy?
A few weeks ago. Very knowledgeable, very helpful.
The Eagles. The Eagles picked this guy to be their defensive tackle. All right? At the NFL draft, the Philadelphia Eagles selected a very large man to be their defensive tackle. That was one of the picks they chose at the NFL draft. The Eagles picked a guy who, get this, has never played football in his life. Never played football in his life. And he's picked up by an NFL team to get a multi-million-dollar contract based solely on his height, his weight, and his athleticism. He's never even played a game of football in his life. Insane. Absolutely crazy. Abraham says he was part of a special program for bringing international stars to play for the NFL. He played rugby, I believe, or a form of rugby. Crazy to think you never played a sport in your life and you get drafted by the cream of the crop. The NFL. Like, you're so athletic and you're so big and you're so obviously domineering physically that they go, yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll teach you the rest. No draft for me. I was able to get bone spurs. I didn't have to watch. Good for you. Whatever way you can, even pretend to be gay. Couple minutes and we're back live. Freaking multi-million-dollar gamble? True. It's just so crazy. It's so absolutely crazy. And it's so crazy to me, the crowds that are watching this objectively boring thing. Is there anybody that disagrees? It's just objectively boring. People coming up to the microphone going, that's right, for the second choice of the 2026 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts choose this person that you probably knew they were already going to choose. Ah! Objectively boring content. Wait, you could pretend to be gay, you don't actually have to do it? Yeah, Charlie Puth does it. All these guys from like One Direction that didn't dive off the balcony do it. All those people do it. Used to get you out of the military. I don't get how people watch that crap. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. Very impressive. I like Chappelle's racial draft. That was a classic. He's still buzzing about bringing the Chappelle show back. That would be pretty big. I just don't get it. And I know some of you, look, I'm not hating on you if you enjoyed the draft. I want you to enjoy whatever you enjoy. You know, there's a guy on YouTube who does cooking videos. Mildly weird, but very talented in the food world. Mildly annoying with his political stuff, but very talented in the food world. And his name's J. Kenji Lopez Alt. And he always says something that I find to be very true. He says, the best way to cook blank is the way you like it the most. The best way to cook spaghetti is the way you like it the most. The best way to cook pizza is the way you like it the most. The best way to make meatballs is the way you like it the most. He's inarguably right about that. The best television is the television you like the most. I would never bring myself to watching the draft, but I'm glad you're having fun. All right, we're coming back. Here we go.
The risk of stroke about 5 times. Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Upgrading to a metal roof? Tri-County Metals is offering a factory direct rebate up to $500. Built to last. Built for your home. Register today at TriCountyMetals.com.
This portion of the News Junkie is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com. Radio.
104.1. He's smiling, and that alone should scare you. This
Welcome into the show. So good to have you on board. Trying to get ahead of things. Just trying to make sure I'm lined up, with whoever takes over, whoever's got power around these parts. I want to make
this
sure
is like
I'm on
Josh
the right
making
side.
friends with the school shooter.
It's kind of like that. Yeah, I don't know when these fat cats are going to come in and buy this company or who does what, so I'll make good with whoever I can, right? That's what I do. I want to tell you about sports, and I know that you tune in to hear the sports takes on this show, so I have to deliver on these things. And the first thing I want to talk about is I was talking about this with the Skull Mike crew during the break over on YouTube, youtube.com/The News Junkie. It's crazy to me that so many people watch the NFL draft. I don't get it. I think it's the most boring thing in the world, but you do you. If you're having fun watching it, I want you to watch it, baby. I want you to enjoy it. I don't understand the people that gather live to watch it like it's effing Coachella or something. Like 10,000 people. Did you guys see the crowds?
I didn't see any of the live shots. I saw very little of the draft stuff, but I heard the Monsters talk about it, and I didn't realize, and I guess maybe this makes a lot of sense, that is free to attend.
Yes. Yeah.
Which at first I go, well, I never thought of it, but it damn well better be, because why would you pay to watch the draft?
Yeah, but why would so many people? Look at the crowd. Here's the crowd. They're saying hundreds of thousands of people. Why would this many people go to? There's no band playing as far as I know. Maybe they had some performances or something.
Probably a DJ, maybe.
But there's this huge stage, and then you go, ladies and gentlemen, the next team up for the fourth pick of the 2026 NFL Draft is the Cincinnati Bengals, led by their coach, blah, 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 with blah, blah, blah. And they come up and they go, the Cincinnati Bengals have decided to select some guy who is just in college football and who's making his way over to the NFL and is now wearing the stripes of the Bengals. And it's like, who is the person who's watching this? All these people.
Listen,
there's so many of them, for God's sake.
I mean, tip of the hat to whoever figured out how to turn this into something that people want to see. People other than, somebody who cares about their team very deeply, or other than somebody who is in the world of sports reporting that is going to need to know these things and need to write stories or do reports on them. But aside from that, if you're just a regular football fan, it just doesn't seem that exciting.
I think so. Snoop Frog says it's the biggest, it's the most popular sport in the U.S. That's why there are people there. No. No, this isn't just because people like football. All right. And I'm going to be wrong about this. Please correct me. Sports people, tell me that I'm crazy here. All right. Tell me that I'm wrong. People like football and they watch NFL and they tune into the games, but this isn't a game. You can't just be some regular fair weather, I like to turn it on and drink a beer at the bar fan of the NFL and football to want to watch the draft. These are the mega fans. And I think, and I saw somebody mention this in chat as well, I think what has pushed this, what has made this a thing, is the idea that fantasy football has blown up as much as it has. I think fantasy football is the reason why this is that successful. I think that there's that many people who are like, I have a vested interest in who's going to be picked for these teams. So I want to watch
Doesn't mean
this.
you need to be there in person.
I would never be there, but there's so many people that are. It's just unhinged.
And I definitely wouldn't want to be in a crowd of, they said, Thursday night alone, over 320,000 fans. And you look at the pictures, and it looks like the pictures that you saw from like Live Aid or whatever that was.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just bigger than any music festival
All
you've seen
that,
live.
and there's no concert?
Nothing. And as far as I know, it's just people going up and they're doing mock drafts, and then the team comes up and they choose somebody. And you go, no way! It's like, holy cow. It's stunning to me, but it's hugely popular. And one of the things that stuck out to me as far as the headlines from this NFL draft that people were watching was the Philadelphia Eagles took a shot on a defensive tackle. All right. The 251st overall selection, the 7th to last pick in the NFL draft. The Philadelphia Eagles chose Uar Bernard, and he's from Nigeria. Uar Bernard, who they chose from Nigeria, 21 years old, has never played a game of football in his entire life. He has never played.
Has he played a game of?
Eagles pick astonishing 6'4", 306-pound NFL draft athlete who has never played football. He was picked up by the NFL's International Player Pathway Program after attending several football camps at home in Nigeria. 6'4", 300 pounds, grew up in a small village in the African country, went viral as he started preparing for the draft. And they said he's huge. He's got 11-inch hands. Is that impressive? What does that mean? Does that mean what I think it does? Just from palm to tip, you're 11 inches on your hands?
That is crazy.
Is that what that means? I mean, I got to be close to that.
Average adult male hand size approximately 7.6 inches in length from the tip of the middle finger to the bottom crease of the palm.
Oh, I got more than that going on over here. I know I get made fun of for small hands. I think I'm looking at maybe not 11-inch hands. I'm probably looking at 9-inch hands.
No,
if it was a band, 9-inch hands is what I think that I'm looking at over here. But I would never get picked for this. Also, have not played many games of football.
Well, neither has Bernard.
Never played a down of organized football, C-Lane. They took a huge risk on him, a multi-million-dollar deal, and they think that maybe they can turn this guy into a superstar. 251st pick in the NFL draft, and he's never played the game in his life. It's just crazy.
This has happened before, though, I think.
Has it?
Yeah.
Did they turn out to be good, the player?
I don't know. You have to look up Jordan Mailata.
All right.
Back in 2018, Philadelphia took a flyer on an Australian rugby player who had never touched a football.
This guy did rugby too. I think it was the same thing. Yeah, I think it was the same thing.
Yeah, but rugby's at least similar to football, so he's got some experience.
Yeah, he knows sports, and he is an athlete, and he's got all of those different things.
Okay, I mean, they took him, and he now holds the title of Super Bowl champion. Second team All-Pro.
That guy does?
The Mailata guy that they picked back in 2018 or something, the rugby player.
Well, it paid out then. It worked out for him, I think, over time. I got more sports to get to, but we'll get to this a little bit later on in the show because I can't put too much sports together. You guys are all tune out. When we come back, though, I have a big piece of news about the Secret Service, and no, I'm not going to do that story, no, because that one's on a plane. I'll do it at some point.
We're stopping it now?
No, I'm not going to stop it. I'm just pushing it back
into
further.
Submission.
That's what. Of course, that was what the outcome was always going to be. Josh is going to. I'm aware of plane stories more than I ever have been. I will work one in, but when we come back, a little bit about the Secret Service and what happened this weekend. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Celebrate the arrival of summer at the 5th Annual Sanford Riverwalk Rhythm and Brews Barbecue Fest.
Hello. Welcome to the show up behind the scenes. How do I recover, reset my password?
Smoky Mountains for thrilling rides and award-winning water
on TNJ chat. I'm logged in. All my stars are gone. I've reset 3 times. Eric, email me with your username. I'll have to take a peek.
Mortgage rates have been headed down and are at nearly 3-year lows. If your mortgage has a 7 or 8 in front of it, that rate number, you should be checking into a refinance immediately, and you should be calling that mortgage guy, Don. If you already have a quote, Don says the number one mistake people make when they're getting a mortgage
Folks,
quote is not getting a
good to see you. Good to have you.
Not comparing. Shop around, and it's easy to compare your existing quote with that mortgage guy, Don.
Is he the Nigerian prince that emailed me yesterday wanting some of my bitcoins? Possibly.
On your phone and upload
Could be.
their quote tab. Don will
Could be.
you and tell you if you're leaving money on the table. It's very easy. He also does commercial and SBA loans.
So I forgive me, Chad. I didn't see where you guys were at on this. Please let me know again. Do you feel like the White House correspondence shooting was a failure for the Secret Service? You feel like that was like a blight, an embarrassment, something bad? Makes you view the Secret Service in a bad way, yes or no? Because I've been really interested in that take as well. I said, so let me get this straight. Some insane person ramped up on the very political people's juice, with the political juice running through his veins, gets a room at the hotel, lies to his family, lies to his students at his school, and goes to this event and goes up to security. And he's got a couple of guns and a knife, and he just runs through security as fast as he can. They encounter this guy and pretty quickly take him down. Nobody is killed. And Secret Service officers pop out of the woodwork, standing up in front of the president, completely physically blocking the president from whatever the threat was. They didn't even know what the threat was. And I see something like that and I go, I look at that and I go, I think they acted bravely. I think that they did a great job considering the circumstances. They had a crazy person try to kill the president again and fail again. And the Secret Service really is 0-6 or something here. In fact, they've killed a bunch of these guys who have tried to kill Trump along the way. And how are we looking at this and saying that the Secret Service wasn't brave or didn't perform in a way that seemed pretty impressive? To me, they did their job. They stepped up. They were brave. They stood between a potential shooter and the President of the United States of America. They confronted the shooter. Not one of them was like a coward like the Uvalde cop. Not one of them. They encountered this guy. They went to the danger. What the hell are we expecting from these people?
One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supershore.com.
Snoop Frog, you're delusional, buddy. Come on. Come on. I'll read the manifesto. I mean, they're 4 for 4 at keeping him alive? Yes, right? Right? Like, are we suggesting that people attempting to kill the president is the Secret Service's fault? Because I can find a lot of people to blame, but the Secret Service is not who I blame for that. They have defended him every step of the way. That's the Secret Service's job? Yeah, but that's my point, isn't it? Like, my point is, what's with the criticism, and I've seen a lot of it today, what's with the criticism of the Secret Service? In fact, they're trying to fire the head of the Secret Service in the wake of all of this. I saw Secret Service officers behaving professionally, acting in brave ways, and doing things that most people would never do. I don't know what more you would ask for them. I thought that was impressive work on their part. CIA good or the assassins are dumb? A lot of the assassins are like dodos who are not very good at this stuff. But, I mean, honestly, the guy who popped his ear off 100% fumbled the ball and could have definitely killed him. Are we able to place bets on this? I would think so. All right, we got to get into this, though, because I think there's some interesting discussions here. We're coming back, baby. I run from bees? These guys have me beat? Yes! True! Why are we saying the secret shows or the secret service people didn't behave professionally or like in some manner that was to be lauded? I think they did a great job. They did their job. All right, here we go. We're coming back right now.
Courtesy of Talon Wealth. The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Rich. R-I-C-H. Rich. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com. This
Newsroom. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We appreciate that. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com or listen to the podcast by hitting !podcast, no spaces, ! Podcast in TNJ chat. I see a lot of people today, and I mean this with all of my heart, 10 toes down on this one, as they say. I see a lot of people who are coming at the Secret Service for this White House correspondent shooting, and I do not get it. I've not had any other takes like this that I've been so far out of whack with what some of your responses have been. People have been, I've seen both sides of the aisle complaining about the Secret Service and the professionalism. They should fire the head of the Secret Service. This is an embarrassment for the Secret Service. And I'm going, okay, I'm watching now. Here's one of the videos. All right, shots ring out, chaos rings out, the event. Very quickly, a Secret Service member literally gets on stage within seconds and puts his body between the potential threat and the president of the United States of America. That's like literally, what more do you want out of them? I don't understand. It's like,
hug him.
The guy jumped up on stage, blocked the president. They went after everybody who they thought was going to be a target in this. They scooted him out of there as fast as they could. They stood in harm's way. They got the president and the vice president out of the way of threat. I think I have this as well. Let me see. This is the entrance where this guy came in, the gunman who is like a teacher from California. It's a little blurry. It's like security footage.
Running through the metal
But
detectors.
he goes through the metal detector, full speed.
His speed was rather incredible. Actually, it was like a blur.
How did he get
So they get this guy very quickly. He goes through the security, runs through as fast as he can, and has a gun out already firing. And the Secret Service, nobody runs away, right? Nobody hauls ass the other way. They immediately go right to the threat. They immediately grab this guy and apprehend him and arrest him before he even got into the main area of the venue. And then there's people who are like, well, this is just embarrassing. And I see so many stories about, like, they dropped the ball, they fumbled. Well, the guy's still alive, right? I mean, Trump has people trying to kill him seemingly every week, and he's still alive. There's people who are stepping up in front of Trump and trying to block him from anybody who might try to kill him. I think that these people did a brave thing, a service to their country.
Did the guy that stood in front of President Trump have a gun drawn, or did he eventually have a gun drawn, or did he just stand there to take a bullet?
He didn't when he jumped up on the stage at first.
That's Shield Boy. That's his job.
The Salad Man and Shield Boy.
Is this him? I think this is him. All right. Just jumps up there, body blocking the president and the first lady. I don't see a gun yet. He doesn't have a gun out necessarily. He's standing up when everybody says stay down. I think he's reaching for a gun. But, yeah, he doesn't even pull up a gun. He first just stands physically in front of the president, blocking the president off. I feel like the Secret Service did their job. I feel like they stepped up and did their job. Now, if you want to blame the seemingly endless line of weirdos and very political people who have politics flowing through their veins and are, whipped up into a fury by all these different grifters and different cable news outlets, if you want to blame that on the Secret Service, that's one thing. But I don't really feel like that's their fault. It's not the Secret Service's fault that people are angry and trying to kill the president. There are a lot of people you could blame for that. But I don't blame them. I think they did a fine job. It looks like very professional, brave stuff on their part to me.
Is the question, should it have been harder for that guy to just run in there like he did?
I think some people are saying that, but that's to me, and I might be wrong about this, but I think if I look at it from a security perspective, that's an impossibility. You're setting up this idea that no one is ever going to run in and make an attempt on somebody that you're protecting. That's impossible. It's impossible unless you keep these people in a bubble somewhere. You're never going to make it so there's not crazy people attempting to kill the president. In my time, almost every president I can remember, there were people trying to kill them. Now there are more so than ever because everybody's unhinged and being fed unhinged slop by all these grifters nonstop. But it's just, you can't stop people from trying to do stuff like this unless you stop the discourse that leads to this outcome. And if you can't expect them to stop all of that, well, you just have to expect them to be brave when these situations present themselves, which they did.
Or can you not stop them because you planned this all out and knew he was coming?
Oh, there it goes. Here it goes.
To justify the ballroom construction.
Yeah. This is a long way to go to justify a ballroom. It truly is.
They got it done.
I was just interested in that take. There was a lot of people that were like, I think they need to fire the head of the Secret Service. And all I could think of was, I felt like they did their job and did it well and were brave. And they're what, 4-0, 5-0 in keeping the president alive at least? Though that one guy who picked his ear off probably had the shot, and you would argue that he fumbled the bag there. But I think very clearly these folks
Kyle Gass would argue that.
Yeah, he would. They have certainly... He's still alive. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm crazy on this. Let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, I teased this. Let me pay it off. Los Angeles police over the weekend responding. This keeps happening over and over and over at the Church of Scientology. Okay, I think we might have done a little bit of a jaunt into this world on secret shows where the people continue. There's people who continue to rush in. Here's an example. I'll mute this in case they curse.
Thank you.
These people are crazy. They are in particular in Los Angeles. I lied. I lied about the muting him.
How could you do this?
Here they are. Josh, it's muted for realsies now. I apologize. Mm-hmm. But they are going to the Church of Scientology, particularly in Los Angeles. And they run up to the church, and then they just run inside the facility, and they try to see how far they can go. So they run down the hallways. They say that there's like certain bosses that they have to get past, the level 1000 boss. and they just go full speed. They run into the Church of Scientology and go as fast as they possibly can, like a speed running mission.
Got to be so annoying to be.
Oh, God.
Just, take all the Scientology and weirdness out of it. If you were just at a place where people constantly just tried to run in just to see how far they could get.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy to me, but
they're trying to meet
this is
Tom
what they're
Cruise.
doing. Maybe he's in there somewhere. What level is he at, Josh?
I think he's at the top.
Thetan 7?
What
is this one real? All right, some of these might be AI. This one, now that lady looks like the real lady. But there's so many of these videos. These are the same people here, where they go into the Scientology HQ and they try to see how far they can go. Here's another one. This person was dressed as Jesus. All right? And they're trying to pull the doors open to the Scientology Center. They're pulling on the doors to open them up. They break the door open at one point, and then they haul ass. Then they go into the Scientology Center and they see how far they can run through the hallways. And I don't know if they're like, if somebody from the Scientology Center shot them, would they be in trouble?
I don't know.
There's masked men. I mean, they're covered. Their faces are covered. They're masked men who are hauling ass through this facility.
You would have to prove that you saw them as a threat, but, I think that if there's a bunch of masked men running into your place, it's going to be hard to know whether or not they have weapons in the amount of time it would take you to decide that they're a threat and neutralize that threat.
All it takes is one person saying, well, here we go. Let's arm up.
By the way, Tom Cruise is widely reported to be at the highest level of operating Thetan, OT, VIII, operating Thetan level 8 within the search of Scientology.
So does that mean he has a secret office here somewhere that they could? Because I think if he has a whole island, if you were to do a run on the Scientology office like this, and you just opened a random door and there was Tom Cruise behind it, that would be quite the sight. It would be a thing to behold for sure.
Speaking of having an island, I read a very fascinating, very fun, I don't think I'd seen this question posed before, thread on Reddit last night. It kept me on the toilet much longer than I should have been, just because I was scrolling. I was very interested. And, one of the legs was a little numb, but that's neither here nor there. It was saying, what is the coolest, restricted access place that you'd ever been to? Like of all the places where you've been able to go past the, access restricted beyond this point, what's the coolest?
Oh, man.
And there were some really fascinating answers. A lot of people said the tunnels under Disney, which I was like, I mean, that really doesn't seem.
It just means you're a Disney employee.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be that hard as if you just become an employee of Disney. But one person said he was doing electrical work, and they sent him out to this island, and he had some people with him, and they did their work, and they left, and whatever, and didn't think much of it. 5 years later, watching a documentary about one Mr. Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, no.
And goes, holy crap, I was on Little St. James.
Oh, wow. So he didn't even really know exactly where he was at the time.
He's like, I don't even think the guy was there. It was just me and some other electricians and a pilot walking around with us.
What was it for you? Have you had a moment where you're like, man, we are in a place we should not be right now?
I don't think it's about being in a place you shouldn't be. I mean, I think it was literally a lot of the answers were people that had clearance to go to these places, or a lot of them were, my dad was in the military and he let us, push a bunch of buttons on tanks one night. And when things were, I got to go into air traffic control before 9/11 and they started locking everything down. For me, I think it would be going on the roof of the vehicle assembly building over at Kennedy.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, cool. For sure.
Unfortunately, it was very overcast that day and we didn't get the greatest of pictures, but I still was like, I'm on the roof of one of the biggest friggin' buildings ever.
Oh, my God. Tell us your stories if you've got something to piggyback on that with. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Travis emails the show and says, the Orioles did not beat the Red Sox. The Red Sox did all the scoring in that game where they ran out of fireworks. As you can see in the screenshot, he shows me Red Sox 17 to Orioles 1.
Wait a second. What?
But didn't the scoreboard say because of the home runs, the Orioles are out of celebration?
Do they
fireworks?
They set off fireworks for the away team's home runs? That doesn't seem right.
Let me just check.
Or is this a different game?
Orioles. Okay, I'm just going to put in Orioles just to see. Okay, the sign says no more home run pyro due to too many Orioles home runs.
Yeah.
We have unfortunately run out of fireworks for the night. So, I mean, I don't know how to read that other than the Orioles are getting the home runs.
It must have been a different game.
Yeah. I understand the screenshot did show that the Boston Red Sox, it says, actually, this post says the Orioles hit so many home runs off the Red Sox tonight that they ran out of fireworks in Baltimore. This is a real tweet.
22-3?
Yeah. But I think what happened is, and there's a lot of different photos of this, so it's not just one. Okay, here we go. This is the actual Baltimore Orioles account. Good news, we can't stop hitting home runs. Bad news, no more fireworks. So I think you're showing a different game. I think there's a different game. Because everything that I could see, as bad as I am about sports, I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong, but I don't think we're wrong about this.
What was the date on that tweet?
This one right here from the Orioles is April 24th. Both of them were from April 24th.
April 24th. So let's say that was April 23rd. We'll get that score. Final score. Red Sox 3, Orioles 10.
I think it was the next game. I think it was actually the 24th. I think it was the
24th. Red Sox 3, Orioles 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there you go. Okay. So the Orioles won. Yeah. And they hit all those home runs. I'm just going to say, and I don't want to be mean about this, but you were wrong about us being wrong. Mm-hmm. All right. I am almost positive that we got this accurate, at least on the show here.
Well, we didn't AI that picture. It's a real picture. It happened.
Yeah.
It's a thing that happened.
I mean, I was set up pretty well because C-Lane just grabbed the picture of the scoreboard. So if they screwed that up, that'd be a whole nother thing. All right, let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over on the newsjunkie.com. When we come back, we got jury duty on the way in just a bit here on the show. I also want to get to a meltdown that's going on out there. And is the meltdown for a legit reason? We're going to find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
I'm really lucky that I have a comfortable relationship with my wife. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, let's get the wigs and shiny outfits out, and I feel totally comfortable wearing them.
well, good. All right.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I-4 westbound at Colonial. All lanes are blocked. Traffic.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. Stand by.
This report is sponsored by ePass.
One moment, folks.
At your job, then a car comes speeding by feet away from you. That's a daily occurrence for road construction workers. So move over and give them a little space. They're just doing their job, so you can get to yours. Learn more at drivesmartflorida.org.
SeaWorld 7 Seas Food Festival is back. Enjoy new rotating menus and live music on Friday, May 1st with Molly Hatchet. Savor delectable bites, refreshing wines, vibrant cocktails, and craft brews. Concerts are free with
Don't forget, you can gift some subs. Secret shows, subscriptions, gift them. Over on thenewsjunkie.com, hit that gift icon. You're helping purchase new equipment for the studio, truly. As I said earlier, I got another one of these, a 4K PTZ. These are really nice. I got another one for the other side of the room that will replace this Blackmagic Micro Studio with the Olympus lens that will shoot from a little bit of a higher angle and give us a much better shot for secret shows or whenever other guests are in the studio like Mo is here on Friday. A much better shot for the stream. And then after that gets installed right here, I got to upgrade this PTZ to one of those 4K as well. And then the camera situation will be locked in. I mean, most would say it's already locked in, but it would be more locked in, all right? Anyone going to the Orlando Magic watch party? Why? Are they doing well? Are they doing well right now?
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand
Hello?
Manager Levine. Call 1-800-777-2629
See you later, alligator. Hey everybody, hey TNJ chat, hey YouTube, hey Twitch. How are you today? Can we talk about Discord real quick? I want to talk about the News Junkie Discord real quick. I'm seeing a little division on the Discord. I'm seeing a little division between the Discord and TNJ chat. I want to knock down that division. There is no headbutting going on between these platforms. I'd love to see people on both, okay? I'm not trying to take your Discord fun away from you, I promise you. As I have to ask so many times, have a little faith in me. Have I let you down? Have a little faith in me, please. I don't want you fighting. I don't want you, like, sniping back and forth or who's spending what time over here. Just have some fun on whichever platform you want to enjoy. Now, Discord is going to kind of operate in its own little zone, and that's fine, you guys. I can't be all these places. I can be on TNJ chat because I created that and I can work on it from there. I did make it a default as of this morning that games are muted on TNJ chat. So when people are playing games, all of those alerts now are muted by default. You can toggle that with the game icon. It looks like a little remote control, like a game controller. You can toggle that so you can see all the activity that's going crazy with people playing games. But by default now that is muted. However, if somebody starts a game of Family Feud or Jeopardy or whatever, you'll see it in chat. And it'll say others in chat are playing Family Feud. Do you want to play? And you can play and it will unmute that. And you can see and operate in that way. So go check it out. Chat.thenewsjunkie.com. 90 seconds. I just need everybody out there in Discord land. We don't need a Discord uprising. I hope you appreciate the show and all the work that I put into it and everything else. And all the support I've given the Discord over the years. There doesn't need to be any division on this front, okay? There's places for everybody. Did you guys see? Did you see? Did you see? Discord being phased out. Discord is not being phased out. You can always watch secret shows and stuff over there. Discord is just like a walled garden. So most people are never going to go over there. I need something more open. It's just as simple as that. I'm not trying to shut you down. I don't want to do that. Guys, I'm not your enemy. I'm your friend. All right? Here we go.
Coming to this country, and it's going to burn out everything.
Search Saigon on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, RICH. R-I-C-H. RICH. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the News Junkie.
Secret shows and see what it's all about. It's as little as $2.99 a month for audio only over at thenewsjunkie.com. And there are hundreds of shows for you to enjoy when I'm not talking into this microphone right here for this show. There is another person I want to come to the defense of, and I don't know that I usually do this for this person, But as I came to the defense of the Secret Service people, because I stand by that, I thought that they did a valiant effort and a great job and were brave in standing up in front of the President of the United States once more and trying to very quickly stopping, in fact, the man with multiple weapons who had just run past all the security screening apparatus. And they were brave and they stopped this guy. So I didn't think that they were getting criticism that seemed fair to me.
Did the man have his shirt off when he ran in, or was that a later development?
They may have ripped it off of him. I'm not sure about that, actually. I'm not completely sure about that.
How dare you? Get his shirt off.
Although
we're going to spank him.
This post has 11 million views, and it got a lot of people mad. And it was because Ben Stiller posted on X/Twitter at 8:53 p.m., which was after the shooter had made his move on the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Ben Stiller just posted, "Got it done." All right? 11 million views. Got it done on this post. Now, there was responses to this like, got what done? Got what done exactly? And on down the line, people were saying like, how could you say this? Got it done. He's talking about the shooter at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And my immediate reaction was, how would you think he was talking about the shooter when the shooter didn't kill anybody?
He did not get her done.
He didn't get anything done. What do you mean? Why are you going after Ben Stiller? Like, I don't really care to defend Ben Stiller all that much, but why are you going after him? And then I went back to
Ben Stiller seems like a nice guy, right?
I went to his post. Here he is that night. He's posting all about the basketball game that he's watching live. And he posts, Deuce, Jalen Brunson, Knicks fans representing, Mitch, fire emoji, and then got it done because he's literally live posting about the game he's watching.
He kept going. Like then the next tweet after that.
Yeah. Momentum shift. It's like,
got what done?
It's so obvious that like you just found the most innocuous thing. Guys, you don't need to go far to find people actively celebrating this stuff. You don't have to read into the tea leaves of a Ben Stiller tweet where he says, got it done, and he's talking about a basketball team to go, hey, I found somebody who is rooting on the murderous weirdos who are trying to kill the president. You don't have to do that. You could just go, you could just search for that on the same platform and find people openly cheering these people on. Got it done wasn't talking about anything to do with this. It was so weird, man, how that fires people up. And I guess they also got mad at Obama, who made this statement, which was, although we don't yet have the details about the motives behind last night's shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, it's incumbent upon all us to reject the idea that violence has any place in our democracy. It's also a sobering reminder of the courage and sacrifice that the U.S. Secret Service agents show every day. I'm grateful to them, Obama said, and thankful that the agent who was shot is going to be okay.
They're mad at him for that?
They're mad at him for that because of the first sentence, which is, although we don't yet have the details about the motives behind last night's shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I mean, isn't the problem that a lot of people just jump the gun at everything they see and run too fast before we know it's actually going on? He posted this at 5:15 p.m. on April 26th, so yesterday at 5:15 p.m. He's literally referring to, even though he says we don't have all the details yet, he's saying it's incumbent on all of us to reject the idea that violence has any place in our democracy. So he's talking about people who are very political being violent about these things. And then he's saying that violence doesn't have any place in our democracy. I mean, I agree. I agree with everything that he posted in the tweet. I agree with all of these things.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, that's right. You're welcome, Obama.
Let me be clear.
I agree with all of those things. I think the problem is we have people who don't agree with this stuff. That's one of the problems that we have, at least in my opinion. Let me know what you think, and we'll see what you have to say. The other thing is, let me see if I can find this. All right, I wanted to play some of the conversation about this on 60 Minutes. Hang on, I have more things that I got to work in, though, before that. So maybe we'll do that in jury duty. Here's the Washington, D.C. chief of police, the guy who's so freaking tall, he's like towering above everybody at his press conference. This guy's massive. This guy is the Washington, D.C. chief of police, and he was talking about what went down. Let's see.
Whoa.
Oh, hang on.
Jeez.
Hang on.
He is tall.
I told you, he's a big
He
guy.
towers so far above the microphones that you can't even hear him. That's how tall he
For
is.
the Correspondence Center. As the mayor mentioned, at approximately 8:36 tonight, an individual charged a U.S. Secret Service checkpoint here in the lobby area of the hotel. He was armed with a shotgun, a handgun, and multiple knives. As he ran through that checkpoint, members of law enforcement from the United States Secret Service intercepted that individual. This is a very preliminary investigation at this point. We do know that law enforcement exchanged gunfire with the individual. We do know that a U.S. Secret Service uniformed division officer was struck in his vest. He was transported to a local hospital for treatment. He seems to be in good spirits at this time. The suspect in this case, he was not struck by gunfire. However, he was transported to a local hospital to be evaluated.
All right, so immediately they did report that the guy had been shot, that the gunman had been shot and taken down. Sometimes when they say the gunman is down, taken down, yada, 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 all that stuff, sometimes when they say those kind of things, people will infer from that the person has been killed. That's what I thought, where they're like, the shooter is down. When they say the shooter is down, I think that the shooter has been killed.
If I hear shooter down, shooter is down, I think killed. Shooter has been taken down,
arrested.
Maybe not, but not. I mean, I'm hindsight's 20/20 here, so I don't know what I would have thought if I had just heard that for the first part of it.
Well, just to go back to the previous things that we were discussing here, this guy was apprehended. The person who was shot by him bolting past the metal detectors and stuff, that person was shot in the bulletproof vest, and they're okay. I mean, really, considering all of the insanity, it's the best possible outcome that you might have. That one guy even got to finish his salad, for God's sake. Like, there's, it really could have gone a lot worse.
He was just taking it all in. Not every day you get to see something like that unfold in front of your eyes.
Front row for the event, I guess. I have this 60 Minutes clip, which is so good that I want to play here before too long. But I wanted to work one more thing on the world of sports that I had teased earlier. All right, give me time to work on all these teas. We've got a lot of content in each show here. I'm moving fast usually. I want to give a shout out to some of the folks this weekend who pulled off the unthinkable. These guys from Africa, unbelievable. They were taking part in this London marathon, and not one but two of them pulled a marathon time of less than 2 hours, which is a first, I believe. I think that's the first. A marathon time of 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 30 seconds, beating the previous men's world record holder by 65 seconds. The second place guy, who also beat the record, Ethiopia's Yomif Kajelcha, ran his first marathon ever. Got second place, this Ethiopian guy. First marathon ever. 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 41 seconds. Two dudes from Africa beat 2 hours in the marathon, which is, as you know, 26.2 miles. That's pretty astonishing, number one. Number two, what's the average mile time if you do a marathon in 1 hour and 59 minutes? 26 miles in 1 hour, 59 minutes? How many minutes per mile are you averaging?
Let's just say we did 2 hours. It's 120 divided by 26.2. That's 4.58.
It used to be an astonishing feat to do a 4-minute mile. These guys did a 4-minute mile on average for 26 miles. It's just absolutely incredible.
They were running a little bit over 13 miles an hour the whole time.
That's crazy. How fast do those scooters actually go? The ones that I was talking about. Zoom in. Do they go 20? I mean, they're going almost as fast as the scooters. It's crazy to me. Here's the thing. This is going to rattle things a little bit. Both of the guys who beat 2 hours in the marathon times, both of these African runners, they were both wearing the same kind of shoes.
Uh-oh.
And now we got this headline. This $500 shoe is about to take over your running club convos. Well, joke's on you. I don't have any. Okay? I don't have any running club convos. I don't even really know what a running club is other than what is implied by the name. But both of the people who beat the 2-hour mark.
Run for fun?
These folks both were wearing the same kind of Adidas sneakers. They just so happen to be launching for sale today. And the shoes that both of the world record holders were wearing cost $500 for these shoes that they were both wearing to break these record times in the marathon. Just crazy. I don't know how much they won, but number 1 and number 2 were wearing these. Somebody says there's never been a better pre-release ad campaign, Josh. So yeah, right on.
Do you think if either of us, I'm ruling out Josh here because Josh works out now and he's all pumping iron and stuff.
He's fit over there,
being healthy and all that.
Loser.
Me, I can barely say healthy. And if you or I, Sean, put on these shoes, would we notice any difference in the way we move around?
I don't know. That's a great question. They are the Nike Air Zoom Alphafly Next 3. Those are the shoes that are they sold out? Let me see.
Is the % sign part of the title or is that a typo?
I don't think it's supposed to be. I think it's okay. The Nike Air Zoom Alphafly Next 3. The Alphafly 3. These ones are only $300. That's not okay. It's the Alphafly 3 Next.
Are the new ones Adidas?
Are they? Oh yeah, you're right. They are Adidas. Hold on, let me go back to the thing. I got that wrong. The former record winner wore those Nike Air Zooms. The guy who did this, what is the name of these shoes? The London Marathon points to a huge win for its performance sector. Adidas wrote in an ad on Sunday for these shoes. The troubling news for it. I don't know what kind of the Adidas. Okay, Adidas Adizero Pro Evo 3 sneakers. Those are the sneakers that both of these guys wore. Here they are right here on the website. They are these sneakers, which are apparently like the lightest sneakers, some of the lightest sneakers ever made. And they come in Cloud White, Core Black, or Solar Turbo. They are $500.
I would pick Solar Turbo just because it sounds faster.
Look, they look like they're made out of paper. I don't know why they're $500. Look how thin they are. You see these things? They look like they're made out of, they look like you would get issued these at the hospital. That's what they look like. They look like they're made out of paper, and they're $500 a piece because they make you run a little bit faster, I guess. And both of these marathon runners had, for first and second place, breaking the 2-hour record for 26 miles plus. They both had these $500 Adidas shoes on. Unbelievable. All right, quick break. When we come back, we're going to hear from you. Your dispatches are coming into the show. Jury duty is coming up next. I got the manifesto to get into still and a lot more on the way. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
AI doesn't feel rage or joy or shame. We feel all three, usually before we're out of bed. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission.
The Magic take on the Pistons in Game 4.
Hello, welcome to the show. Stand by.
You wouldn't drive a car under the influence, so why would you operate a boat?
Gotta get something ready
wants to remind you
for
that
today alert.
is just as deadly as driving a car and carries the same penalties. Be as safe at sea as you are on land. Visit myfwc.com for more info.
Subject to credit approval and down payment. What's good, guys? It's Angel from the Monsters. Want to get one thing clear? If I tell you that you can go to Daytona Mitsubishi and get a car for $0 down, that's what will happen. Not my fault if you don't believe me. Not my fault if you don't even go and visit. All you have to do is stop in and you can get a car for $0 down.
Okay.
Y'all saying that you need a used car but can't get approved, saying that nobody will get it done. Well, I'm telling you, Daytona Beach Mitsubishi will get it done. Telling you that with bad credit, that doesn't matter. Telling you that a
Ready to play creepy or not creepy?
You don't need money at all. You understand? Every day somebody walks in.
Anthony Kiedis
and every day put you up because they run the bathroom.
of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, his girlfriend Eileen Kelly is defending the 33-year age gap they have. The lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers is dating a woman who is 33 years younger than him. Creepy or not creepy? She's of age, right? I mean, she's obviously 18 at least. How old is she? She was 21. No. Hold on. How old is she now? She's 30 and he's 63. What's the problem? She's 30 years old and he's 63. What's the problem? I mean, who cares? What, are we infantilizing 30-year-old women now? You think she's 30 years old and she doesn't know whether or not she wants to date the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Yeah, not creepy. That's weird. That's weird to, like, focus on that. She's a grown-ass woman. Now, if he's 63 dating an 18-year-old who just turned 18, I mean, she's still 18, though, right? Arnott says it's creepy, just like Russell using the age of consent being 16 as an excuse. Russell Brand, I think. Getting that 30-year-old P. No one cares, like no one. I don't think most people would care if you say this is a 30-year-old woman and a 63-year-old man. And it's not just some 63-year-old man. It's Anthony Kiedis of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know what I mean? Like, imagine all the cool lyrics he gets to sing to her. I think that she has to put up with his lyrics, which are terrible. We all know it. We all agree Red Hot Chili Peppers lyrics are terrible. But he's in good shape. He's rich as hell. Talented, right, Ish? He'll never love anyone as much as California. That's true. He does love California. When did he start interacting with her? Who cares? These are adults. It's like people can't even consent when they're adults anymore? Is that what we're saying? We treat people like retards sometimes. Like, she's an adult. She's a grown-ass woman. She's not some, like, child. What am I getting wrong here?
Hear that? That's the sound of another savvy driver rolling into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. No hassle with appointments or dealer wait times. That's one smart bell.
April is World Wish Month, and iHeart is proud to partner with Make-A-Wish on the Wishmakers Wanted campaign.
All right, come back.
That's one smart bell.
April is World Wish Month, and iHeart is proud to partner with Make-A-Wish on the Wishmakers Wanted campaign. Did you know that everyone has the power to make a wish come true? Even you. It's as easy as sharing your time, talent, or treasure, but most importantly, taking action to support Wish Kids. As long as children continue to face devastating critical illnesses, they'll be counting on the support of Wishmakers like you. Get started today at wishmaker.org.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is the
Tell me if you think this is weird or not, all right? I'm going to drop it on you. You tell me if you think it's weird or not, because when I see stories like this, like I couldn't find a single person in chat that believed that this was actually a big deal. Maybe you think this is weird. I don't, but the story today says Anthony Kiedis, who is the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers and very terrible lyricist, just for the record.
California.
It's a lot. Everything you could rhyme with California, he has rhymed with California.
I adore you.
And if you're dating him, you're already punished enough in that you have to listen to him with the songs he's probably working on behind the scenes. It's like all the different tunes he's diddling with behind the scenes. I probably could say that a different way than diddling, but you get the point.
Too late.
There's a woman by the name of Eileen Kelly who is defending her relationship with Anthony Kiedis of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, who's 33 years older than her, right? She's 33 years younger than the singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. But when you look at this, she's 30 and he's 63. Who cares?
Yeah, that's not as weird.
Yeah, he's a rock star. He's in good shape as far as I know. Kind of a cool dude. She's 30. He's 63. They're adults. Who cares? Who cares about this stuff?
He has definitely copped to more inappropriate relationships in the past.
Has he ever been accused of being with somebody under 18?
He straight up admitted it in his book.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kiedis acknowledges in his autobiography, Scar Tissue, that he had sexual relations with a 14-year-old girl when he was 23, before and after learning of her age in the 1980s.
Why did he put that in a book?
Yep. Seems dumb.
He's like, statute of limitations. We're good.
This inspired him to write the song Catholic Schoolgirls Rule.
Ooh, buddy.
You're making the case against him, all right? This is not. But the other situation where she's 30 years old and he's 63, we can't do this. We can't be like, well, that's like a predatory age gap, Sean. Like, you're a grown person. You make grown person decisions. You're an adult. You're an adult. Don't take away her agency. She is making a decision to date this guy, 63 or not.
At some point, can't you also make the backwards argument that a young girl who's dating and or marrying an older, rich rock star kind of guy is predatory and going after money?
Yes, and they do that. Remember what they did with, what's her name?
Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah.
Exactly right, Josh. Anna Nicole Smith. What they did with Anna Nicole Smith was like gold digger. She's going after her money. Not one person believed that she was actually in love with that hideous old man with the oil money. Nobody in the world. Everybody thought she might have really loved him, but everybody thought that she was just after him for his money. Let people who are grown adults be in grown adult relationships with each other. Jesus.
Yeah, let Bill Belichick have his young girlfriend.
That one's so weird.
It's a bigger gap.
And it's more embarrassing than anything else. It was like the embarrassing factor where she's like cuck queening him a little bit. And it's like there's some strange stuff going on around that one. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, make the smart decision. I know you have it in you. I know you have it in you. Make the smart decision to reach out to 800-CALL-MO. Get on the phone with Mo. Say, we need to go after this insurance company. The end of that rainbow is you with a big check. Don't worry about being litigious. You're making a smart decision for yourself and your future. What happens if your back or your neck or whatever you break ends up causing you issues later on? 800-CALL-MO or go to justcallmo.com. Couple of weird things for you. Let's start with this one. This is out of the Houston area for our friends over in Houston, but a true story nonetheless. A Texas school is under fire for sending a waiver home for parents that they wanted the parents to sign. Now, I think parents should be able to sign waivers and allow their kids to engage in or not engage in different things at school.
You think they should sign this one?
I, for one, do not. think that they should sign this one. No. Sealand's already seen the headline, which is Texas schools sent a waiver home for parents to allow their kids to be coached by a sex offender. The former Houston Astros prospect holds previous charges of online solicitation of a minor and domestic violence. But he's a real good coach. So
we got to win this year.
Yeah, really, we can't afford to lose anymore. Even if a couple of your kids get diddled, it's worth it, all right?
Penn State, baby.
Just sign the waiver. The Texas Home Educators Sports Association, or THESA, thought it could get away with allowing a registered sex offender to coach minors by sending parents a waiver to sign. Would you sign this waiver, parents?
Screw the waiver. How is this even legal for him to be around them? Sign the waiver or not? Like, shouldn't he not be at the school? Waiver. But you can't waive that.
I don't know that you can. The report comes a day after Smith uncovered that Tommy Whiteman, a 46-year-old former Houston Astros prospect, was the head coach for the THESA Riders based out of Fort Worth.
How sad is it? I mean, I guess when you have the other title that you have, if you're this man, you don't mind being just called a former prospect. Like, you never even made the Houston Astros. You were just looked
current
at by them.
And former prospect. It's a little much. Here's the thing that gets me. He worked with the high school softball team before, I guess, and operates an indoor baseball and softball facility. He's currently listed on the Texas Sex Offender Registry until 2030.
His softball facility is called Redemptive Sports.
It is. That's true. God. That's true. Online solicitation of a minor back in 2010 is his charge, meaning communicating or distributing sexually explicit material. He also has previous domestic violence and assault convictions in 1999 and 2000.
Now, those convictions alone would not keep him away from being around kids, correct? Domestic abuse?
No, not those ones, I don't think. But certainly the sex offender registry would. He could have waited until 2030. Is this it? Hold on, I want to see if this is the actual packet that they sent home. Okay. It says, Coach Tommy can speak firsthand about the dark shadows of sports, especially professionally. He himself is a talented athlete. Spent many years praising himself and feeding his flesh.
What?
That's what it says. He spent many years praising himself and feeding his flesh. The Lord so graciously refused to let the world have him and rescued him from his sin in a tremendously dramatic yet necessary way. Tommy now spends his time pouring into young men around him. Can you read?
My God. Can you?
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
I'll read that again. Tommy now spends his time pouring into young men around him. Topping them off, I guess. Helping them navigate this tricky culture with Christ. His heart is not only to share his vast knowledge of baseball skills, but more importantly, the freedom he found in his Redeemer. And it says, I have read Tommy's testimony, I understand it, and I agree to commit to his leadership. And it's a waiver to have the guy on the sex offender list teach your kids.
Yeah, a waiver that says you as a parent are okay with it, but it still doesn't have any legal ramifications. Like, it's
I think you're right.
You know, you can't sign a petition to get somebody off the sex offenders list.
No, if you could, our world would be pandemonium. You'd have people trying to do what are the change.org petitions to get somebody off the sex offender list. It says, eventually I found myself, this is his quote, eventually I found myself in chat rooms late into the night while my wife and innocent infant daughter slept. I was engaging in inappropriate conversations that led to adultery. One of those online conversations ended up being with a minor.
I don't think the adultery is what we care about, bro.
I like ended up being. One of those online conversations ended up being with a minor. It wasn't because you were talking to a minor. It just ended up being with a minor. But it was never a minor. It was a police officer, he says. Even worse.
Oh, problem
solved. The sting went down exactly as you would imagine on TV. It was no question the worst and the best day of my life. Bull ass. Are you going to tell me with a straight face the day that you got caught messaging a fake minor online was the worst and best day of your life?
Poppycock.
Yeah, that's poppycock. Yeah, I don't.
I do
don't
think
buy it.
that there are people who are in recovery from certain things who say, listen, the day that I got arrested, was the best day of my life. I just think this was a weird time to use it. I think this whole thing, aside from being poorly written, the pouring himself into young kids is a buddy.
That's
weird. The whole
man.
reason you have to write this waiver, and those are the words you choose. Are you insane? And then this guy talking about, well, unfortunately, it led me to some bad things, adultery. But guys, you're missing the point here.
And if any young women or men are willing to let me pour into them, please reach out. Here's the email address. You can reach me at any time. Nothing to see here. According to the law offices of Ned Barnett, Texas law prevents registered sex offenders from working in places frequented by children, including schools, daycare centers, and playgrounds, or attending school events like sports games. Some can interact with children at family gatherings or public events, supervised when interacting with children according to court orders and the nature of the offense. So there you go. Would you sign that waiver, huh? Would you? Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Quick break. I got more that didn't make it into jury duty. And then I got that 60 Minutes interview that I've been wanting to play. Trump talking about what happened at the event, the White House Correspondents' Center event, where some nutjob tried to kill him. And some of the things Trump said I thought were also interesting. I'll play that for you as well in the Power Hour, the final hour of the show. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
All lanes are reopened and traffic start.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Yep. Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you. Hello. The Power Hour has arrived. Breaking news. Breaking news. The man who tried to kill Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, Cole Allen, has officially been charged with attempt to assassinate the President of the United States and transportation of a firearm in interstate commerce with intent to commit a felony. Also, a third charge, the use of a firearm in a crime of violence. All right? Check out the new Secret Show's monthly and even weekly scoreboards highlighting your work. Sun State John is the only one so far this week who has stepped up. I'd love to see you step up. Hit that gift icon over on thenewsjunkie.com. Give the gift of Secret Shows to some lovely but poverty-stricken fans out there. Those seem like strong charges? Yeah, of course. Wouldn't you expect that? They should be strong charges, right? I mean, I happen to be the crazy guy who still thinks murder and attempted murder are bad. I do. I do indeed. I can't imagine completely ruining my entire life just because I don't like a politician. It boggles my mind. Same. I mean, what happens is people get plugged into the political drip. And then they end up in a place where they are just completely detached from all reality. And they believe things that are crazy. And all of this is an eventuality. I believe that input will determine output in so many occurrences. For instance, that goes back to my January 6th thing, where I was like, it's obviously there's going to be violence here. If you tell an entire audience of people that democracy has been stolen from them, obviously some of those people are going to act and do something about that. Hell, if democracy was actually being stolen from us, I would go crazy too. You tell people that somebody is, and just run down the list of things that you hear every day about the president. People start convincing themselves it's the moral and right thing to do to kill that person. They believe things that are being said by the media and leaders? Yeah, a lot of them, yeah. That's the problem. I mean, we had a chant called Stop the Steal? Yeah, of course. And when you tell people that there's something being stolen from them and that it's democracy, obviously the outcome that anybody could predict in that case was going to be that some people were going to take it to the next level. And so everything is so heated. The rhetoric is so heated. We have people defending murder. We have people like, at the very least, memeing about Luigi Mangione murdering somebody, and at the most actively supporting him for murdering somebody, and like this just broader acceptance of violence because you disagree with somebody is fucking crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. 1 minute, we're coming back. It's crazy. Trans genocide, that's one element of this. You tell people there's a genocide going on? Well, you'd be crazy if you didn't fight to try to stop that horrible thing from happening. If the input is the worst thing in the world is happening, the output is going to be, in a lot of cases, well, we should kill the person that's doing the bad thing. 100%. It's just the obvious situation. Okay, babies. We're coming back.
100 Call Mo.
Join Galen College of Nursing at our Orlando open house on April 30th at 5 p.m. to meet with advisors, faculty, and current students like me. From day one, Galen has felt like home. There's just so much guidance and so much help. Everything I need to succeed is here. Visit galencollege.edu/Orlando and RSVP to our next open house on April 30th at 5 p.m. We can't wait to see you there.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is
Go over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Jump in TNJ chat. That's at chat.thenewsjunkie.com, chat.thenewsjunkie.com. And you can learn more about the show over on the website whenever you want. I want to get to this 60 Minutes clip because it's wild and interesting, and I think there's a lot we can learn from it. But the other story that I was going to do in jury duty, I just have to put this in here. I do. I have to put this on the show. There is a... this is like a what in the Wile E. Coyote is going on here kind of moment for me. But there's a story about this woman, Keona Waddle, 35 years old. It says a deranged Long Island woman is facing up to 25 years behind bars for this. This really happened, all right? What I'm going to tell you is real and actually happened. She's facing up to 25 years behind bars for doing this. She tossed a homemade dynamite stick at her sleeping boyfriend, who came to, realized that he had caught a straight-up stick of dynamite, like in an Acme movie, and tried to throw it away, and his hand blew off.
Okay.
Because the stick of dynamite went off.
Well, probably would have killed him otherwise.
Probably. Yeah, I think so, Josh. She was found guilty on Friday on charges stemming from the March 2024 incident turned violent after the two got into an explosive argument. You see? Domestic violence can escalate to deadly levels, they said. She threatened to use dynamite against her then-boyfriend multiple times in the months leading up to the incident.
I just realized the thing that I Googled to get to this story could be problematic.
What'd you Google?
Homemade stick of dynamite.
Oh, yeah, I might do it. Yeah.
And this at least says how to make a prop dynamite stick. Making a stick of dynamite usually refers to creating safe stage props for theater or cosplay, as manufacturing actual explosives is extremely dangerous and strictly regulated.
No
My
way.
God. I didn't even know you could end up in this situation. Honest to God. The pair both left.
You mean like with a crazy bitch?
Like this crazy. How is she crazy and able to get a stick of dynamite? I thought that was only in the movies.
It's homemade.
Oh, like a red stick of dynamite, though? Like, how do you get this stuff to put in it? The pair both left the apartment after their argument, but eventually returned and went to sleep. So he goes to sleep and is in his room, and all of a sudden he hears... and he wakes up, and I'm assuming Josh is right, and she's rubbing her hands together across the room.
That's
and
exactly what I pictured.
It's just a villainous way. And the boyfriend wakes over hearing a hissing sound, and he sees a flame on the floor. He's trying to put it out. His time ticks away. He picks up the stick of dynamite, and he goes to throw it outside, but it exploded and blew his hand right off. And I don't know. I mean, we are living in a strange time. We are living in That's so weird. They're throwing dynamite sticks at each other out there now. That's the level of aggression we've seen in relationships.
I think I would be, I don't know. I think I would not know initially that it was a stick of dynamite and be like, oh, what's this? Are we, what's going on here?
It's like he was expecting her to do it.
Tippy-toeing out of the room. Yeah, like, we're like, oh, I'm going to get him. I'm going to. Like, at least be a normal person and poison him or something. At least be a normal person and poison the guy, for God's sake. All right, here's the interview. This is some of the details on this are wild. This is Trump talking with 60 Minutes. They had him right after the gunman attempted to breach security at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
How did they get this scheduled so fast, or was it already something he was going to do?
I don't know. Maybe they had it already planned to have him on 60 Minutes, but they had him right after this person tried to kill him. The 18th person on the list or so who tried to kill Trump. And here's the interview. Here it is.
A gunman stormed the security perimeter at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. The president, the first lady, the vice president, cabinet members, and more than 2,500 guests were gathered to celebrate the First Amendment and freedom of the press. But after shots were fired, the president was evacuated. It was at the same hotel where President Ronald Reagan was nearly assassinated by John Hinckley 45 years ago.
Not great for the hotel. It's just not great news for the hotel.
Was the Hinckley shooting the same event, or was it just happen to be the same hotel?
I don't know. I don't know where they usually do this. I think they usually do the White House Correspondents' Dinner at a ballroom in a hotel, but I don't know if they do it at this place all the time or if that was the same thing or whatever. But that's what they were doing in this case. They were doing it at this hotel, and it was the same hotel where there's another attempted presidential assassination.
Tonight, federal investigators are looking into the motive of the alleged gunman, a 31-year-old teacher from Torrance, California.
Yeah, who in his manifesto apologized to the people who he was on the train with because he brought the guns with him on the train across the country, I guess. And here's Trump talking about the attack.
Targeting members of the Trump administration. We spoke with President Trump this afternoon at the White House about what happened.
Mr. President, do you know if you were the target of the gunman?
I don't know. It sounded to me, I read a manifesto. He's radicalized. He was a Christian, a believer, and then he became an anti-Christian. And he had a lot of change. He's been going through a lot based on what he wrote. His brother complained about him, and I think reported him to the police. And his sister likewise complained about him. His family.
Wait, hold on. So his brother and his sister are complaining to the police, and the guy still gets his guns and goes on a train across the country and is still able to try to shoot the president? Okay, that's concerning.
He was very concerned. He was probably a pretty sick guy.
I was in the room, not far from you, Mr. President.
There's the gunshots.
Could hear what sounded like gunshots or commotion.
Right.
People nearby could smell the gunpowder. Everybody hit the floor. How worried were you that there were going to be injuries?
I wasn't worried. I understand life. We live in a crazy world.
You are sitting there next to the First Lady. The entertainer named Oz Perlman is talking to you. He's known as the mentalist. When did you know something was wrong?
Right
when
around
the
that
gunshots
point,
went off?
In fact, you can see the expression on the First Lady's face. And your president of the evening, chairman or president or both, who was doing a great job, by the way.
Weijia Jiang,
your
CBS
associate.
News.
Yeah, who's a terrific person.
By the way, he had no idea what that person's name was. He's like, yeah, the host of the event, great. And then she goes, oh, Weijia. And he's, oh, yeah, that person.
Yes, Gita Wang. One of my favorites.
Who doesn't know him?
They were asking the name of Caroline's child that he didn't know, I guess. But
Your
he was
press
able
secretary is expecting, and he was trying to guess the baby's name.
That's right.
You mentioned the First Lady. Her face, she looked very alarmed. Was she scared?
Well, I don't want to say, and people don't like having it said that they were scared, but certainly, I mean, who wouldn't be when you have a situation like that? By that time, I think she realized ahead of time that that was more of a bullet than it was a tray. And she was...
What? More than a bullet than it was a tray? Wait.
So...
hold on, let me go back.
Thought it was a clatter of a server dropping something initially.
Okay. Okay. So she knew when she heard the noise that wasn't just a tray dropping, that it was more of a bullet sound. Okay.
Looked very alarmed.
Yeah.
Was she scared?
Well, I don't want to say, and people don't like having it said that they were scared, but certainly, I mean, who wouldn't be when you have a situation like that? By that time, I think she realized ahead of time that that was more of a bullet than it was a tray. And she was, I looked at her face just a little while ago before I came. I saw the scene. They played it for me in, pretty good close-up. And she looked very upset about...
Yeah, I can imagine.
Why not?
You see the security moving quickly,
Right.
within seconds, grabbing the vice president by his coat, lifting him up, bringing him out. Then the counter assault comes in. Took 10 seconds for them to flank you, Mr. President, and then 20 seconds to get you out. It looked chaotic. At one point, you were down. What was happening?
Well, what happened is it was a little bit me. I wanted to see what was happening.
Okay, let me stop right there. So they're saying the Secret Service was struggling with you. What was going on? He's like, it was a little bit me. I wanted to see what was happening. So again, to the people who are coming after the Secret Service response to all of this, the president is even saying, like, I was fighting him a little bit. I wanted to kind of see what was going on. So that's the reason why he didn't get out of there faster than he did. And that's the reason why they were struggling with him a little bit. He's like, I was trying to stay there and kind of fight it and see what was happening.
I kind of wonder, as a Secret Serviceman, it's your duty, it's your job when you sign up for this sort of detail to take a bullet for the president, right? And that's what they always say it's part of their job.
Mm-hmm.
As part of that, if he's fighting you on trying to see what's going on, are you allowed to just like manhandle him a little bit? Like, sir, we gotta no looky-loos here. We gotta go. Let's get the F out of here. With all due respect, you can't grab him by the ear. Well, the other ear, maybe. We gotta go, man.
Come on. He's like, well, I'm trying to see what's happening here.
That easy for him. I wanted to see.
You wanted to see.
Going on. And by that time, we started to realize maybe it was a bad problem, different kind of a problem, bad one, and different than what would be normal noise from a ballroom, which you hear all the time. And I was surrounded by great people, and I probably...
And they show all the, like, Secret Service response teams with their guns and stuff drawn.
I saw a couple people on on Reddit that were like, "Hey, what is this gun?" Like they're posting that exact picture and be like, "What's that?" And there was a couple, firearm enthusiasts who was like, "Well, that's a modified this and that with a hue and a wanna do."
Can I say something? The hue and the wanna do is just a little much for me. It's a little bit much.
Not if it gets the job done. If you didn't get the job done, you would be kicking yourself for not having the hue or the wanna do.
Gun experts, is this overkill? But this guy, he's got a helmet on with like optical sights on the helmet where he could see things, I guess. Then he's got a sight on his gun, and then he's got like all the bells and whistles. I mean, it's very intense. Maybe this is what they need in the circumstance. What do I know?
Made them act a little bit more slow. They said, wait a minute, let me see, wait a minute. So, I'm telling guys.
Just at that moment where it looks like you go sort of down with the service, you were telling them to wait?
Well, I know what happened is then I started walking with them. I started walking, and they said, please go down on the floor. So I went down, and First Lady went down also, but we were asked to go down by the agents as I was walking. In other words,
they wanted you almost to crawl.
I was standing up.
You didn't want to crawl.
I was standing up and then turned around the opposite direction and started pretty much walking out, pretty tall, a little bent over because I'm not looking to be standing too tall. And but I was walking out. It was about halfway there, and they said, please go down to the floor. Please go down to the floor. So I dropped to the floor, so did the First Lady.
What was
So that was the time when they were sort of escorting him off the stage. I want to see if she talks to him or where she talks to him about the actual, like, manifesto left behind. I think that might be around here.
Yeah.
Political violence has touched so many people in that room. Is there something that you as president can do? What can be done to change the trajectory?
Well, you go back 20 years, 40 years, 100 years, 200 years, 500 years.
Go back 1,000,000. Go back. Since the dawn of
years,
time.
2,000 years.
He always does stuff like that. I love it. He just keeps going. You go back 50 years, 70 years, 100 years, 250 years.
He's doing the thing that Russell Brand wouldn't do. He's doing he's talking. He's filling the space. Maybe he's still figuring out what the end of this sentence is.
He might be, yeah.
I wanted to see it go down. I helped plan it. Why would you not want to watch that?
I'm trying to find. Okay, here's the moment where she talks about this guy's manifesto. Here she is right here on 60 Minutes.
The so-called manifesto is a stunning thing to read, Mr. President. He appears to reference a motive in it. He writes this, quote, administration officials, they are targets. And he also wrote this, I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I was waiting for you to read that because I knew you would, because you're horrible people. Horrible people. Yeah, he did write that. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody.
Do you think he was referring to you?
Excuse me.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, all right. She goes, oh, whoa. I hadn't even considered that. Did you think he was referring to you?
It's not a bad move.
Come on, you knew 100% who was that. She says didn't she say he referred to you? Or I have to go back to how she framed that because that was an interesting back and forth there.
I'm not a rapist. Yeah, you're horrible people. Read that because I knew you would, because you're horrible people. Horrible people. Yeah, he did write that. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody.
Do you think he was referring to you?
Excuse me. I'm not a pedophile. You read that crap from some sick person. I got associated with all stuff that has nothing to do with me. I was totally exonerated. Your friends on the other side of the plate.
This is taking a turn here. I thought they were okay with each other a while before.
I think she waited. She waited until she got a good lengthy interview out before doing the thing that might send him walking.
Right. Yeah. The thing that you think might cause an issue is the thing you like put right at the end, so that if the person leaves, you still got the rest of the interview.
Are the ones that were involved with, let's say, Epstein or other things. But I said to myself, I'll do this interview, and they'll probably. I read the manifesto. He's a sick person, but you should be ashamed of yourself reading that, because I'm not any of those things.
Mr. President,
and I
these
was
are
never.
the gunman's words.
Excuse me. You shouldn't be reading that on 60 Minutes. You're a disgrace. But go ahead. Let's finish the interview.
The other thing that
it's going to be awkward to finish the interview after this. Look, you're a terrible loser, and I hate you, but let's finish the interview. Let's wrap it up.
It's like when your girlfriend says, like, all right, fine, no, let's just finish dinner. We'll just finish dinner. We're already out. Let's just have a good time.
I don't know if I want to finish dinner anymore. I think I've had about enough of this. So there you go. An interesting back and forth there. And this person in his manifesto did write about all this stuff. Maybe I'll try to work that in before the end of the show if we can, just so you know exactly what happened, because you'll hear people blabbing about this and saying it's all fake and all the rest. But all right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, they just banned something in the state of Maryland. What did they ban? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
I-4 eastbound before World Drive. Traffic stop and go due to an accident. Move over and slow down if you see emergency crews. Police activity on the roadways. I-4 westbound through the city is finally normal now after that earlier accident blocking all lanes. Traffic starting to get by in all lanes there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hear that? That's the sound of another savvy driver rolling into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. No hassle with appointments or dealer wait times. That's one smart bell.
I want to make this as clear as I can to you by telling you what Mills Air is all about. Mills Air is a company that is about helping people out. They're about doing the right thing over just making profits. They're about being a locally owned and operated company, and they're about doing the right thing by you, even if it's a big difference in their bottom line. So if it's a $5 part, it's a $5 fix. That's the way things go over at Mills Air. And if you appreciate that, if you want a company that actually cares about you instead of takes advantage of you and kind of mocks you behind your back like so many of these other big companies do, go to the company that's doing things right. You deserve that much and so much more. Go over to Mills Air for your AC needs. If you got a problem with your AC, they're there to help you out. Get your appointment scheduled right now. They're also a Carrier factory authorized dealer. That means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates. That's huge, huge rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. If you're going to get one to save on your power bill, if you're going to get one to upgrade your AC so you don't have to worry about that anymore, get a Carrier unit through Mills Air because you save more. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated at Mills Air. Here's the number for Mills Air, 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
On Plus Nicotine Pouches present Comfort Chronicles. A 10 o'clock tea time. How comfortable. You show up in stretchy shorts, a breathable tee, and maybe no socks. Let the dogs breathe. While others sweat in pleated khakis, you're in your comfort zone bombing drives. And in your pocket, On Plus Nicotine Pouches.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing great today on a Monday. Almost done.
Listen to Real Radio in your smartphone. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Since 1984, Solar Source has helped Central Florida homeowners beat rising energy costs. Now, during the Solar Source Price Rewind event, they're offering a free 2020 pricing deal you may never see again. No
Okie dokie.
gimmicks, just expert guidance. And for a limited time, Solar Source will honor any.
She says, "Oh, you think I was talking about you?"
Join the 75,000 homeowners who've already made the switch. Visit solarsource.com and get your new quote today.
Oh, I had no idea that you might anticipate that that was speaking about you. Camera, there you are. Why are you doing this to me? It's a Monday. Leading the interview. Oh, you thought that was about you? Oh, I hadn't even considered that. 90 seconds. Name of the cameraman these days? It's Samuel L. Jackson is the cameraman. Should he be fired? Should he be fired for his repeated failures like all the rest of them? Do we keep him around? Or do we get rid of him? He has dropped the ball. He just got locked in. He was supposed to be following me around. Don't forget, stop by around the clock, hang out. The new, the improved, chat.thenewsjunkie.com, TNJ chat. 1 minute. Unprofessional journalism. I mean, she read it. It was in his manifesto. The only question is, do you think people should ask questions about manifestos to people who they were trying to kill? That's the question. Is it fair to bring up somebody's manifesto in an interview when they try to kill you? You can argue that that's newsworthy, I guess, right? All right, here we go.
Loved always hearing you guys.
This is where culture comes alive.
I listen everywhere on the app.
Download the iHeartRadio app today.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening to
So good to be in your presence today. I know you got a lot of options out there, but you're here with us at pre-Sirius XM Heart Radio, or whatever we will be called momentarily.
Seriously Heart Radio.
That's good. I Seriously Heart Radio XM. Thank you for tuning in to I Seriously Heart Radio XM. We're ahead of the curve here on the show. We want to make sure that we're keeping up with all the latest corporate speak, all the things we're supposed to say and not say around these parts. And when
Are you doing that?
I mean me.
He's keeping up with it so he can say it.
That's true. Yeah. That's true to a certain extent, I think. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, I have the guy who tried to attack the president, man number 596, to try to assassinate Trump, who just like kind of normalize this in such a way that we just go, oh, yeah, another guy did that. Okay, all right, there you go. Let's not look at all the pipelines, the funnels that happened before this guy. Like, wonder how this guy could have been so radicalized. All right, well, yeah, on to the next thing. He says, and I this is so strange to me. He starts out his manifesto and it says, "Hello, everybody!" Exclamation point. This is from the guy who just shot the place up.
He tweeted this?
He posted this somewhere. He sent it to his family members and stuff, too, right before he went to try to pull off the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
They didn't call anybody.
Hello, everybody. I guess, I don't know if they did when they got this or not, but I love, somebody's tweet on this was, millennial political manifestos are like, hey, so I did a thing. It's like, he starts off kind of like that. Like, hey, everybody. So I may have given a lot of people a surprise today. Let me start off by apologizing to everybody whose trust I abused. I apologize for my parents for saying I had an interview without specifying it was for Most Wanted. He's
got a type 5 in this manifesto.
Yeah. I apologize to my colleagues and students for saying I had personal emergencies. By the time anyone reads this, I probably most certainly do need to go to the ER, but can hardly call that not a self-inflicted status. He says, I apologize to all the people I traveled next to, all the workers who handled my luggage, and all the other non-targeted people at the hotel who I put in danger simply by being near. I apologize to everybody who was abused and or murdered before this. Apologizing to those people who were murdered. To all those who suffered before I was able to attempt this. To all who may still suffer after, regardless of my success or failure. Well, you failed, friend. You did not pull it off. I don't expect forgiveness, but if I could have seen any other way to get this close, I would have taken it. Again, my sincere apologies. On to why I did any of this. I'm a citizen of the United States of America. What my representatives do reflects on me. I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes. That's the line that was read in the 60 Minutes interview. Well, to be completely honest, I am was no longer willing a long time ago, but this was the first real opportunity I've had to do something about it, he said. While I'm discussing this, I'll also go over my expected rules of engagement. He says administrative officials, not including Mr. Patel. I wonder why not. Administrative officials, not including Mr. Patel, they are targets prioritized from highest ranking to lowest. That's weird. Why not that one?
So everyone except Cash.
Yeah, not Cash Patel. He said administrative officials, not including Mr. Patel, their targets prioritized from highest ranking to lowest. Secret Service, their targets only if necessary to be incapacitated non-lethally if possible, a.k.a. I hope they're wearing body armor. Hotel security, not targets at all unless they shoot at me. Capitol Police, same as hotel security, on and on. He goes, and the guests are not targets at all. In order to minimize casualties, I'll also be using buckshot rather than slugs, less penetration through walls. It's so nice of you. Thank you so much.
This guy kind of, his demeanor in this really reminds me of the Sky King dude.
Yeah, kind of.
Like there's something like really uncomfortably calm about it. Maybe it's the way you're reading it. Read it more crazy.
In order to minimize casualties, I also will be using buckshot rather than slugs. I would still go through most everyone here to get to the targets if it were absolutely necessary, but I really hope it doesn't come to that, he said. So the thing that stuck out to me about the letter that this guy left behind, manifesto, whatever you want to call it, was that he doesn't seem to be mentally out of it. It seems like he knows what he's doing. He was purposely doing it because he thought it was like the right and moral thing to do. He was obviously radicalized by all sorts of different influences, whether they be cable news or otherwise. And he seemed like he wasn't like some of these other people who are scrawling around a bunch of craziness and then they try to kill the president. Even the guy who tried at Mar-a-Lago, who's like hidden in the bushes, remember that guy?
Yeah.
That guy, when you listen to him, is all over the place and wacky and crazy. And like he certainly was spun out mentally. This guy seemed, I don't know, I haven't heard him speak, but he seemed like he knew what he was doing and was doing it on purpose because he had been radicalized. That's the sad truth about where we are in America. Is there's so many people who think that this is like the right response now. There were so many people that are rooting this guy on, which is just disgusting. But yeah, there he goes. That's his comment. And then the lady read it on 60 Minutes and said, oh, you think that was about you? Which was an interesting maneuver on her part. So there you go. That's what happened this weekend.
Shot his eyes right at the camera as she was reading the rapist and pedophile part. And it was like the Jim from The Office.
Breaking the...
I did it, Jim. I broke the fourth wall. We love The Office, and we love to say, I did it, Jim.
And finally, one of the other things that went explosively viral this weekend, they ended up asking a poll question about this. Here's the question. Imagine everyone in the world has to take a private vote by pressing a red or a blue button. All right? Everyone in the world has to take a private vote by pressing a red or a blue button. If more than 50% of people press the blue button, everybody survives. If less than 50% of people press the blue button, only people who press the red button survive. Which button would you press?
Who wrote this? The Joker?
Let me try to rephrase. You have to press a red or blue button. All right? If half of the people press if more than half the people press the blue button, everybody lives. But if more than half the people don't press the blue button, only people who press the red button live. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So everybody has to press a button. You have to believe, you have to have faith in pressing this button that everybody else, or at least 51% of them, are going to press the blue button and then everybody lives. But if you don't think everybody's going to press the blue button and they're going to like Thanos snap everybody, then you have to press the red button to be out for yourself. It's complicated. I know. I'll try it one more time.
Which one would you press?
Imagine everybody in the world has to take a private vote by pressing a red or blue button. If more than 50% of people press the blue button, everybody survives. If less than 50% of people press the blue button, only the red button people survive. I would probably press the red button. I don't trust everybody in the United States of America or the world to make the right decision on anything. And hold on, if I press the red button, don't I survive no matter what?
Yeah, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Because if it's more blue, everyone survives. If it's not enough blue, only you survive.
Oh, then press the red button.
Push
I
the
press
red
the
button.
red. I don't know why you would press anything other than the red button. Because if you press the red button, I don't trust everybody else to make the right decision. If I trusted everybody else, I'd press the blue button. We all press the blue button, everybody lives. But I don't. I think you guys are crazy. A lot of you are crazy out there. So I press the red button to protect myself because I know it guarantees that I protect myself, even though it adds to the number of blue button people that puts us in that situation to begin with. What do you press? I mean, what do you guys press? Josh, you press it.
It's a question of altruism at that point.
I'm protecting myself because I don't think I could trust that everybody else to protect me, and then I'm at risk if I don't trust everybody.
I'm gonna choose to believe in the collective good of humanity and pick the blue button.
Josh is hitting the blue button. Sealand, what are you hitting?
I don't know. I think your argument for the red button is pretty good.
The red button protects you no matter what.
If the blue button doesn't work out, at least I don't have to think about it anymore.
That was a terrible outcome. You're dying at the end of it. Yeah, you don't know how fast it's going to be. They didn't mention that. It could be a slow and painful death.
By 1,000 cuts.
What are you pressing? I say press the red button.
Let
us know what you
blue.
think on the way out. Sealand, you got to push something. You're pressing the red button?
Let's go red.
Button. All right. We'll see what you would have pressed. That went viral this weekend as well. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today, learn to wrap everything up for a Monday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Robert Plant beats a hooker to death with a gator, and it's fine. He's still revered. Dave Grohl has himself a little side ass. All of a sudden, he's the worst guy ever.
Doth thou protest too much?
I've no...
All right, folks. Red button or blue button, what one do you press on the way out? Do you press the red button or the blue button? Purple button, no, you don't have that one. If you pick the red button, there's no scenario where you die. Yes, the only toss-up is you are going to lead to an equation where more people do die who were trying to bring everybody together by pressing the blue button. That's a tough one. Both, you can't post them both. All right, hang on. Stand by. Oh, I want to try something anyways.
Less than 20% of people compare the first mortgage quote they get. That means they just get one quote and they say, all right, that's good, let's go with it. Don't do that. Don't be a slacker. Get peace of mind with that mortgage guy down. It's so easy to compare your quote with that mortgage guy down. You go to the website, you hit the button that says compare, and upload your quote, and that mortgage guy down will tell you if it's any good. Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote.
Okay. Poll up.
Inquiry. Don will demystify the mortgage business.
Let's try something. Twitch. Hey. Hey, there you go. Twitch. Twitch. If you guys post red or blue right now, it should work in the poll. Twitch, don't post anything else, just red or blue. And that should enter you in the poll automatically.
Springtime has finally arrived in Central Florida, and that means now is the
I don't know if it takes a second.
energy bills while improving your home value. Renewal by Anderson's that claim replacement.
It should be counting your votes. I'll have to check on the other side. There's a Twitch bot that monitors for this. But you can vote, chat.thenewsjunkie.com, and you should be able to vote on Twitch with the answers. Either red or blue. What button do you press? Trust no one, says AJ Sue. People are too stupid to trust him, says Johnny. Yeah, I don't know that I really trust the overall population that much right now. I trust my people, you know, my tight-knit group. I trust myself, obviously. But if I try to go with the hive mind, I risk dying. If I just hit the red button, I automatically live. Press which button, red or blue? If it's not counting your votes, Twitch, don't worry. It'll help me with the test for later. Because afterwards, I'm going to work on whether the votes came in or not. Okay. Now, it is time to rate the show. We've arrived at the end of the line. 10 out of 10. It goes in the Hall of Fame. No notes. Good show. 1 out of 10. You know what I'm saying here. It's embarrassing. We don't mention it. We don't talk about it. I think about it forever. Rate the show out of 10. Rate the show out of 10. Red button is winning 75 to 25 BTW. 9 exploding hands out of 10. Nice. I like it. Nice. Hey, Tanya. Why not more says 3. Just brutal. Heroin Pop says 4. Bootsy says 9 pedo permission slips out of 10. 8.2 sex offender coaches out of 10. David says 4. Jason says 6. Wait, what the fuck is happening today? 10 red buttons out of 10. Man, red is running away with it, folks. Always 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 Joshes, says Tad. Is that your real name, Tad? Started at a 5, but got up to a 9 near the end. 10 Baltimore Orioles home runs out of 10. 11. I give you a 12. Need more plane stories? I had a great plane story. I just didn't get to it. I have to go get Today I Learned. I'll be right back.
You need electrical work. You need a qualified electrician who doesn't take shortcuts and will fix the problem right the first time. That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
At International Dining Center, we're all about family, and no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rider, the hero, the one that holds it all together.
8 red buttons. 8 draft picks out of 10. This contract better go well because you're my daily show. Please do not put that pressure on me, okay? It's pandemonium over here. What am I supposed to do? 10 large phallic zucchinis? Cucumbers, but yeah. Buzz says the Reds always have to ruin everything for the rest of them. Well, you can be a Red too. Once again, Josh saves the show. True. 90 seconds. Oh, this could be a short one. If they don't, I will never listen to the radio again. Me either. 9 gonna finish my salad guys out of 10. All right. Thank you all. Appreciate you. Fun week on deck. Make sure you're hanging out. You never know what's going to happen next on the show. Bless you all. You're all chatter of the day. I'll see you over on TNJ Chat. Here we go.
At Rasmussen University, getting started has never been easier. Thanks to multiple start dates, a generous transfer credit policy, and no SAT or ACT requirements. You bring the ambition, we'll help you build the future. Learn more at
Here we go. Sniggle.
Thanks to multiple start dates, a generous transfer credit policy, and no SAT or ACT requirements. You bring the ambition, we'll help you build the future. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
What's up? This is Jacob Noel from Sublime. It's Bud from Sublime. We linked up with iHeartRadio and got our own cruise ship, and we're headed to the Bahamas. It's Sublime's Reef Madness. And we want you on board.
The ultimate VIP cruise to the Bahamas.
We'll be playing a bunch of the old classics, plus stuff from our new up-and-coming record.
November 15th through the 19th.
We'll be playing, our friends will be playing.
Catch performances from Sublime, Yellow Wolf, Co-Defendants.
Food and drinks, comedy, and of course live music. All on board a badass cruise ship. To win, just listen to this station on the iHeartRadio app.
Tap the contest tab and enter to win.
Learn more at SublimeCruise.com.
Winner must be 21 or older. Prize provided by Six Man LTD.
Radio.
Your front row seat to the most viral stories in the world. This is the...
So much time. We're going to chit-chat for a while here. We're going to really get to know each other in this segment, I think. Big thank you, by the way, on the way out. Big thank you to Cyclonus for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you.
Woo.
Go claim those while you can over at thenewsjunkie.com. Secret show subscriptions are ready for you to grab up. Thanks to Cyclonus for gifting those and jumping on the leaderboard for the week. Now, there's a week one, a month one, and an all-time leaderboard with Sun State John, of course, on top of that sucker over there. So thanks to everybody who gifted subs today. It's time to get the hell out of here. It's time to go. It's time to do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Today I Learned for Monday, April 27th, 2026. Do you even know this lady? Today I Learned.
LaRue.
That's right.
Nailed it.
Did not think anybody was going to get that.
Wow.
But Josh comes through with it. LaRue's first album was recorded in her living room, and it won a Grammy, for God's sake. Back in 2009, it led to this banger chorus. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show, get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com, and we will see